All right.
Hey.
All right, we're back. Is Simon here, by the way, or is he still getting food?
No, I'm here.
Okay, excellent. Stop this music. Hello, welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with Kat,
Hi.
Damian,
Hello.
Kay,
I'm hungry.
Lloyd,
No, I'm not.
Infernal, screw you, Romulus,
Hello.
and Vinny.
Hello.
And of course me, the DM. Whether you're joining us for the first time, or whether you're otherwise catching up and keeping up with the series, you're all hello and welcome. As this is the 21st episode, it is now time for me to do some light announcements for the next 20 sessions, as per my general agreement. So, general note, this is played on Tabletop Simulator. You can otherwise check it out. It's on Steam. It's just a platform that we use to play D&D on. Very good, has a lot of realism to it, and you get to physically roll the dice, which is fun and something that we want to do. All of the background audio is music and ambience is all provided by Tabletop Audio, which is a free site online which you can go to and check out. It has been nominated for several prizes and winnings before. It is a very good site to use. It's free, and if you sign up to the Patreon, you can get all of the tracks separated from each other, so you can choose whether you want ambience, whether you want the music, or whether you want both. Along with a few of the instruments which do get removed that may be a bit more pronounced, which is useful if you're trying to make it more useful and fun. In a similar vein to that, there's also extra credit to Blackwell Writer. They provide a little bit of the music in this, as they did commission from Tabletop Audio, and as I use all their stuff, I did ask them for extra permissions, and they have said, as long as I mention them, I'm allowed to use their stuff. This is all streamed live over on Twitch. You can come and check us out every Sunday, provided nothing comes up, at 7 p.m, whatever the UK time is. I think it's Greenwich time, or GMT.
CST at the moment.
CST, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, that 7 p.m. UK-ish time. Yeah, whatever that may be.
CSI.
CSI, no, wrong one. Every Sunday. All of the maps in terms of the battle maps here and the city maps were created by moi. And if you wish to otherwise get any of those for yourself, you can otherwise head over to my Patreon and get the Discord and contact me through there, or there will just be a Discord link in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. So, with those all out of the way and done, I think we're ready to begin, guys. Are you ready?
Never.
Oh.
Never? What do you mean never?
Food.
How can I be ready for something that is going to be unpreparable for?
You'll be fine.
It's okay. It's only going to be cat slaughtering rats.
Yeah, true.
Not rat boy.
Make the rat jam all day long, all day long, all day long. Make the rat jam all day long. Tastes like oxo cubes.
Oh. Interesting.
Nice.
That's what rat tastes like.
I do hope you're all finished there, Romulus, with your singing.
Yes, I have finished singing the traditional song of my people.
Thank you. And so I do hope everyone has caught up on what was going on here last time. But welcome to anybody new who's here to this little charade of ours. But I think introductions are in order. Our party: Kat, Damian, Kay, Lloyd, Romulus, and Vinny, have vanquished their most recent foes, and otherwise completed some nice early quests. I've spoken of all this before, so do go and check that out if you haven't, but now the party have made their way to the Starsight camp. The party prepared to undertake their next task in locating a certain tabaxi by the name of Brass, trying to keep him safe. As safe as they can, anyway. But before then, some prophecies were read, and with that, the party were less than eager after the encounter. But with that, the party now attempts to rest. The day's events are now behind them. With the prior day behind you all, you're all given rooms, as per Liege's grace, for a single night within the Showman's Starlight Inn. You enjoyed a relatively exotic but still nice meal of crunchy locusts, tarantulas, and dragonflies, along with some other insects, of course, and some cooked fruits on the side. Before you all retire for the night, heading to your various tents which you have been allotted, with Vinny and Kay separating themselves from the rest, as Kay does not wish to be influenced by the light magic that is portrayed across these tent-like structures. While everybody was resting and preparing to sleep, having a few conversations here and there, Romulus was tired from the day gone by. Nodding off, Cat, you took the opportunity to perform a light experiment before heading to bed. You otherwise took the small bead of black ooze which you had hidden from the rest of the party, previously telling them that it had turned to ash, and you place it within the small test tube vial where you had acquired a live dragonfly from the innkeeper, before locking it away and retiring for the night. At least, that's what she'd like to do. I would like everyone to head to standby, except for Cat, please.
Oh,
Ruh-roh.
rip me.
I want you to know, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, me too.
Come on, Sudz. I think Sudz might have gone be right back. I'm just going to move him over. There we go.
There.
Hello, Cat.
Hi.
You get to rest as best you can. Feeling the weight at your side of the satchel, you hug it close to your body. The peace of ichor within the test tube. The flapping of the tent panels and the gentle wind leaves you on edge. The muffled sounds of laughter and shouts dies out eventually as night's revelry eases off, leaving you with the suffocating silence of the room therein. You feel a squeeze at your side, a pain churning within you. Your control on your arm has slipped, something you've not experienced before. It hurt someone. A stranger to you, but what if it happens again? What if one of your friends sees it? Or what if they get hurt by it? What if...
You're right, you little...
You bolt upright. Your eyes shoot open as you gaze around you, seeing a misty space under hoof with fields and houses around you. You recognize this place. Silverthorn leaves your breath as you see two centaur figures standing side by side in the distance. A pale yellow glow casts shadows of them to your hooves. One is dark of hair, a pair of spectacles on his otherwise smartly kept form, while the other has long blonde hair. And she carries a beautiful carved emerald core wand. What do you do?
I'm assuming this is Mum and Dad.
It seems like it.
Okay. Mum? Dad? I'm just gonna go running for them. Arms
Okay.
spread out.
You run towards them, sprinting through the mist as it's tossed aside from you, curling around your ankles as if clawing at you, trying to hold you back, but your body moves on its own regardless. They come into view. Your mother and father, you are correct. As you run towards them, shouting out their name to the air, it echoes off the houses and over the land here, as wisps of mist rise up, forming other figures. Centaurs, skin shifters, and other creatures, skulking in the near distance among the houses, caught by your peripheral vision. You get close. Relieved to see them, you run up to them, before screeching to a halt. A figure steps out from behind your father. A young centaur girl. Blonde of hair, a wand strapped to her belt, a chain wrapped around her arm, and she is covered in specks of blood and black ichor.
What? No. I'm here. Black ichor. Okay. Get away from them! I am going to cast Homing Blade at it.
Okay.
No, for well, what? That's not me.
Okay. You reach down for your blade, and as you do, the spell is instinctual to you. But you feel no weight on your shoulder. No weight on your arm, no Sicania. It's light, it's quick. In a swift motion, you draw the blade and shoot it forward with the homing edge streaking towards your foe before colliding. You hit the side of the form, the mirror of you. It strikes, you watch as it burrows in and almost detonates, showing the blood that begins to ooze from the shoulder as your parents both spin, turning towards you. Your father throws up this magical shield, parting you from them, and whatever this creature is, this false image of you. As lights of yellow, red, and white flare up around you. You take a moment to glance as you break eye contact with this creature, as it stares daggers at you. And you begin to see eyes, teeth, mouths, chittering, squelching, overlapping and groaning, as you see them coating the ground before you. As your body lurches forward towards the shield, you see your reflection. Pulled eyes, teeth and mouths forming across your ichor-stained black skin. Cracks of red, purple and cyan formed across your forehead, eye, and your right arm. Before you watch as your parents scream in pain, their flesh tearing from their bones, and a laughter parading from the surroundings. A cackling laughter, deep and heavy. You wake up, a cold sweat burning you as you shiver violently, the tent flaps now calming and still. How does Cat feel in this instance, and what does she do?
Very, very, very panicked. Flustered. To start with, I'm gonna look over the arm, maybe myself. Has anything changed?
You look at the arm, and you notice, taking off a few of the bandages and peering beneath, cracks of blue, purple, and red.
Okay. Right. If I touch it, does it have any difference in feel to it? Is it the same?
You touch where the cracks are, and as you run your fingers across them, you feel almost this light electrical charge as your hand recoils, almost feeling an arcane energy. Almost like a power that surges through it before you watch as these cracks begin to be smothered over again by these thick layers of black ichor, almost moving and shifting on their own. They've never moved before. The ichor's always formed a hand. It's always been smooth, under control, your own. Now it shows liquidity to it. Or lucidity, a form of malleability to it.
What's changed apart from that? I'm gonna quickly look at my bag. Has that bit infected the insect?
You reach into your bag, quickly rummaging through. You pull out the vial. The dragonfly's head is gone, and in its place is a small bead of black liquid.
I'm going to go into my little journal, and I'm going to write down everything that's happened so far. And I'm gonna keep a note of this. And try go back to sleep.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check if you could. This would be Romulus's passive perception with disadvantage on his part.
Not good.
Okay.
5.
5. Okay. You take it out. You otherwise have a look at it and you put it back. And as you take your journal out and begin to write, you hear Romulus stirring. If you'd be so kind as to get everybody else back in here, please. Oh, and another note as well, Jamie. You suffer 1 point of exhaustion. And you cannot recover this point of exhaustion by resting alone. You must successfully succeed a wisdom saving throw during a long rest in order to get rid of it.
Oh, happy days. Nice. Okay.
And you do not
Right.
get to make one tonight.
What does exhaustion do?
1 level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage to all ability checks.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Right. Okay, I'll go grab them.
Thank you very much.
And
Welcome back.
about...
Huh?
They'll be back in a second.
Oh,
Okay. Continue, please.
Yeah, I was just filling the last bit in that I forgot because I'm just sort of quickly running it through with the guys in the standby. What was it with the staffs and names exactly? I've kind of understood, but I don't think I can summarise it very well.
The staff's names.
Yeah, back in the cave with Raymunda.
When we were first asked our names.
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean that
And
Kay and Lloyd aren't their real names?
Oh, the lighting showed that Kay and Lloyd were giving names, but they didn't know their real names.
And Kat was lying about her name.
Yeah.
It actually turns out that Lloyd's name is Kay, K-Y, and Kay's name is Lloyd.
Oh, wow.
That would be some coincidence.
So, Romulus, as you
Yes.
slumber, there's a moment when you're sleeping and you begin to hear rustling. You stir, and you sit upright to see what it is, and you see Cat pulling out a journal in the middle of the night.
What are the vibes feeling like?
You make me a perception check, please.
Oh, it disconnected me from the server. Oh.
Oh, I'll roll
Only
for
second
you.
to reload.
14, plus or minus.
Was that investigation?
Perception.
Perception. Ahaha, +3, 17.
17.
Also,
You.
it's not loading. I'm just going to close tabletop and reopen.
No, that's fine. You look over Cat, and you can see that she's shaking. Not violently, almost cold as such. But shaking nonetheless.
I will get up relatively quietly and come over and say, are you alright, Cat? You seem shaky.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a nightmare.
You're quite quiet, Jamie.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are quite quiet.
God's sake.
That's a bit better.
Okay.
Alright, so What seems to be the trouble?
I can't go into it too much. Just my parents were there. There was other things there.
Can I insight this in an attempt to glean how I can help in this situation?
I will say go ahead and roll. DC is going to be quite high for this.
I've got this, Chris. Don't worry. I find that when I'm thinking of negative thoughts about the past and perhaps fears for the future, there's one thing that always makes me feel better. Come here. I'm gonna drag a seat over. You're at the desk, right?
I'm in the
Oh,
edge of my bed.
it's just an empty tent with your
All right.
bedrolls in it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought we were at the tavern. That's fine.
No.
Okay, let me just quickly get this up here. Right. Well, I come over. Come over here. I want to show you something.
I will finish up this bit of note and then I'll head over.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to prepare. I find that preparation is the most key action we can possibly make in order to improve our lives and make sure that we're ready for the future. It makes me feel better, and I know it'll make you feel better. So, I'm going to reach into my bag. I think we should prepare these. And I'm slapping down all my uncooked rat meat, and rat skins. Come on, Cat. Let's start doing this together as a family. So, what you want to do is you're going to want to make a slight incision within the meat, right along that little. You see that white line there? Yes, that's where their upper thigh connects to their lower back.
Hang on.
Yes. You want to make an incision there, and just want to pull it out, and it'll come out. Oh, it'll unfurl. Have you ever seen a parachute in action?
Hey. So I'm totally frying up right now. I have been through a stressful situation, and now I'm having rats gutted in front of me.
No, they're already gutted. We're just preparing the meat. Don't worry.
Yeah,
God.
no, that's too much.
Perfectly normal. Now, all right. Don't worry. We can use that in a fertilizer later. Now, the vomit, of course. Now, wash your hands first. Come on, don't be gross.
Romulus.
I'm pouring water on your hands and washing them. There we go. Now take this knife here. I put the knife in your hand. I take your other hand. I put it on the rat. And now just slow, almost sweetly, gently, like it's a delicate baby. I want you to just insert the skewer and just gently pull. And it'll come apart like there's nothing there.
Gently insert into. I'm gonna drop the knife. Just turn around to Romulus, look him in the eyes. Romulus.
Yes.
I understand what you're doing, and thank you. I just need a hug. Okay.
All right. I give. I wash my hands first and then give you a hug.
I'd say the natural one. No, you don't. You just give her a hug.
Okay. I just give you a hug.
Just.
There. It's all right.
Thank you. I
am going to be preparing these rats for a little while, so you probably want to head to bed if you don't want to hear anything gross.
Some of them may be missing now.
Why are you not just go back to bed?
Look, it's very important to prepare.
Электронская превода прикачать на интернет, так вот.
Infernal, mute, please.
Oh,
speaking Macedonian.
Speak dirty to me, Infernal.
Look what you've done.
Yeah, just go to bed, Romulus. We've got a long journey ahead of us and stuff.
No, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be using them to make breakfast in the morning. You trust me. You haven't enjoyed yourself until you've had my cheese-stuffed rat bits.
I'm
They're
not
very
ready
good
for
fried.
this. I mean, it's bad enough we're gonna have to eat insects for a couple of days.
They're good protein, and
Yeah.
the pincers are excellent for making teeny tiny little nail scissors.
Do you know what, Chris, last session. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're pretty
called
damn
it.
close to impersonating Romulus.
Mhm.
He did call it.
Do I get inspiration now?
Yeah, I guess.
I already have one, but if anyone else needs one,
Oh no,
take it.
me as the
Chris
DM.
gets the
Oh, if you,
inspiration.
oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
managed to do Romulus's voice perfectly with what you'd say and do.
Yeah, everyone had a go.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, you can go and watch the previous pod.
I know,
Okay,
right?
look, that's a lot of effort.
Well,
and I have
It was
very
near
little
the
time.
end. It was near the end, so it'll be in the last hour.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
last hour. Like I have an hour free to do anything these days.
You can just skip it. Just keep pressing the forward button until you hear someone trying to do your voice.
I feel like Sudz. I feel like yours was not great.
I didn't do it.
No.
Yep. Okay. Damian tried but failed. Vinny, by which I of course mean you, Simon. I feel like you managed disturbingly well. At least with what I'd say, not necessarily the voice
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, I think it was the closer of that. It was like
Uh-huh.
I think Vinny and Chris got the closest, or
Mhm.
Simon and Chris got
Yeah,
the
but
closest. What you'd say.
Chris got the right words.
Yeah.
What was the specific
I don't.
recycling?
They're
I
good
I will-
protein.
They're good. They're a good source of protein. They're extra crunchy, and you can use the shells for various utilities. I
Oh
believe
yeah,
is
it was
roughly
the
what I
jewelry,
said.
weren't it, or something?
Yeah, something like that. You can use them to make jewelry.
Insect carapaces make for excellent bits of jewelry,
There you
and in fact have commonly been used even in royal jewelry as recently as the okay, I actually don't know. Okay, in human terms, ancient Egypt,
Fun.
where scarab beetles were used as delightful accessories. It should be noted that this was also performed in the Victorian era, often with stuffed birds as well, including little robins,
Terrifying.
earrings.
All right. So, Kat, are you heading to bed with this?
I am gonna head to
Okay.
bed. Oh, one last thing, Romulus.
Yes, cat.
If something happens out of the ordinary and I start harming people, stop me. By any means.
I will.
Even if that means you have to do things you don't like. Just
Don't-
stop me.
Cat, you are extremely weak. It will be no trouble.
Reassuring.
It's
Don't-
not me
do
I'm
not
worried
worry.
about.
Do not worry. Your physical form is pathetic and fragile, and I will surely stop you before any major harm can be occurred upon anyone. Other than perhaps yourself, because again, I must stress this. You look like a stiff wind could blow you over, mug you, and take your money.
Cat, a stiff wind mugs you and takes your money. Remove a copper piece if you have one. Right.
God damn it! I actually do have a copper piece. I've been mugged by the wind. Thank you, Romulus.
So,
So
you head
I'll
to
just
bed.
be adding that copper piece to my inventory. then.
No, you
I
are
don't
not
know why you're
there,
blaming me.
Sudz.
I warned you about this.
You went into the
I
tents
found it.
outside. No, it doesn't work.
Okay.
You're in the tents outside. So, you go
Right,
to
I'm
bed,
heading
Cat.
to bed.
You head to
Yeah.
bed. Romulus gets to making some rations. You all wake the next day. The night is eventless. No rain, no cold, no nothing. You go to sleep. You wake up. You have all finished a long rest. Those of you who need to prepare spells, prepare them now. Infernal, I bought you half an hour.
I've done it.
Excellent.
I am done.
Excellent. And those of you who otherwise have spells, prepare your spells accordingly as the new day begins.
Cast
I
Night
prepare the
Bubble
spell
again.
Punch.
Ah,
Okay.
it's,
So,
it's my free.
what would you all like to do or start with?
I'd like to open up that one keg I've been lugging around.
Okay.
I want.
Just want to find out what's inside.
Okay, making me open up old documents right here and now with no warning. Give me a moment.
There, now I've bought all of you time to think of what you want to do.
I already know what I want to do. Wait, are my arms still messed up?
Yes.
I'm gonna go find something for bruising.
I will quickly double check to see what when you make the roll, but I'm also going to load that up to see what the stuff in the documents was. Load that up. Go back here. Making me count so many documents. Details, personal notes. K. Nope, not in here. Oh wait, no, it isn't here. Okay, the start of the day, I need you to make me a... Oh no, it's on the start of a long rest. So you know you already made your roll for that long rest.
I did.
So you didn't get any. But you're going to go and check for bruising stuff, you
Something
said?
to help with bruising, yes.
Okay.
Since I know that this is extreme bruising.
Yep, that's fair. And Romulus, you're going to crack the keg, you said?
Yes. Well, I believe the correct term would be either I am tapping the keg or opening the cask.
Okay.
Very Scottish. Very Scottish. The cask.
Okay, I need to...
This is correct.
As long as the cask doesn't leak into the lock.
like,
Okay. So, do you have a way to tap it, or are you just going to break the top off of it? How are you opening this?
Well, I would say that I'm willing to spend whatever amount of money you ask to have bought a tap at some point whilst we were actually in a city whilst I wasn't here. Or
So-
small town. Anywhere that has a... You know what? We were in a brewery.
You were, but that would have been something you would have had to have done at the time. So I'll say
Aye.
in this instance you'd have to look around here. So I'll say go ahead and roll me an investigation check with disadvantage because it's early in the morning and these people are not morning people.
my people.
So what did you say? What with disadvantage? It was
Investigation with disadvantage.
investigate. Oh, I'm so good at investigating, Chris.
Can I help him?
I'll say you would be able to in normal circumstances, but because you're suffering a point of exhaustion, you cannot.
Okay.
Right. I can't find anything.
Okay. Looking around this early in the morning, nowhere's open. No one's selling, everyone's still in bed. You're tromping around and there's like one other guy and he's just in like a bath towel walking from house to house. Or walking from his house to somewhere else and he's just got a
I
toothbrush
was
in
gonna
his
say,
mouth.
if he's just walking around in a bath towel from house to house, I am concerned about what's going on there.
Still concerned, to be frankly honest, him walking from a house to another one in a bath towel.
Yeah, and he's just brushing his teeth as he goes. He kind of looks over. It's kind of a dark red tiefling form, just kind of waves to you and just keeps going.
Jerry, I knew it was leash.
Right. Can I use... Okay. Can I use my woodcarver's tools to tap it?
Okay, You know what? Yeah, I'll allow that. Make me your choice of dexterity or constitution using
God,
your
you know it's
carpenter's tools. Yeah. Each one's going to have obviously a slightly different DC because it's the art of using a finesseful touch to it or trying to make sure that it doesn't break effectively.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go for dexterity because even though it's less good, I feel like that's the more appropriate thing here.
Okay.
So that is a +4 to whatever this is.
Because you gain a proficiency from carpenter's tools.
Okay, 14.
14. That's a good roll. You, otherwise with your carpenter's tools, kind of placing it down, you take a chisel, hammer, kind of knock a few hits into it to the point that you otherwise break what would be a momentary plug, which you can just seal back over with a bit of something else. And you otherwise take that, you unplug it, and you'll just have a look inside, and you can hear that it's slightly... Hold on. Is this a... I need to double check. This is... Yep, it is a slightly thick, sloshing material, but you can't see it very well from here. You need to pour some out.
All right. I shall prepare a... I'm going to say a bowl for the moment and pour some of it in.
Okay. You pour out what looks to be this very fine silver and gold liquid.
All right.
Oh no!
Oh, I think I've got an idea.
Are you in the room with me?
Are we all together at this
Yeah.
point? Or?
Well, I'm happy to. I think people would be aware that, like, because there would have been like the hammer chisel sound. So you're definitely awake if I am in there. But I'd probably be just outside.
I'll say... yeah.
Do I recognize this, Chris?
I can't remember. Were the conversation... No, because Romulus was outside when you had the conversation, Damian. So
Yes.
go ahead and roll
Yeah.
me a nature check.
I did fill it in. I did fill it into Cat. So
Yeah,
Romulus would have
so
kind of
so
overheard.
Cat would know, but Cat would know, but Romulus might. So
Chris, maybe I know drugs. Maybe that's part of my.
have you
backstory.
got the criminal background?
Not even a little bit.
No, then the DC is not any lower.
Can I attempt to identify?
Yes,
this
please go ahead and make me a nature check just to get a general gauge of this.
Chris, I can't seem but notice my horse is gone.
Oh, it was eaten.
We ate it.
Yeah.
Road.
Oh,
Oh,
wow!
Like, I know this. Yes, this is cooking oil.
Your horse is over here. I just didn't
Uh,
realize that.
Okay.
It's actually the
You
legendary.
actually scared me for a second.
No, it's not eaten. You look at the liquid. You have no idea. It's silvery, so it must be metal, right? But then again, no. Like, some types of apple juice can be quite shiny in the right light. Oh, you're not sure. But it's opaque. It's weird.
It may be metallic. Who do I know that knows blacksmithy things? Do I know if anyone? I feel like Damian does because he wears armor, but I don't know anything. But that's
You
kind
can
of-
assume that if you want, but I'll say that you haven't asked anybody what skills there might be that you don't know.
You can
I-
lean out the tent and yell Damian if you want.
I'm going to go out of the tent with my. I'm going to leave the cask there. I'm going to put the plug back on. I'm going to take the bowl and I'm going to go over to Damian.
Okay,
Uh,
Damian's,
I will not call out to you. I will just appear behind you.
okay,
or-
Damian is probably like washing his face just outside the tent, just
Yeah.
enjoying, a nice enough early morning.
It's nice, it's
well-
crisp, but it's
Around.
fresh. It's not too
Yeah.
much breeze. It's nice.
Turns around to wipe his face off. Wipes his face on Romulus's chest.
Look,
Let's
don't
go.
give Damian ideas.
Damian.
Oh, slightly taken by surprise, slightly sloshes bowl of water. Oh, morning, Romulus.
Hello. What's this? I put it directly under his face.
You look
Get that
down and
away
you
from me.
you see a distorted reflection of you.
It looks a bit like my face.
No, the liquid.
The liquid. Hang on. Can
Metally, you wear metal.
can you get it a little bit further away from my eyes? It's kind of just a bit blurred and distorted
Alright.
at the moment.
Yes. I pull your head back rather than moving the ball.
I'll say you recognize this for sure.
Yeah. Where did you get that from?
Oh, you know that keg I've been carrying around? I want to know if this is some sort of alcohol.
Damian's eyes are getting wider and wider as Romulus keeps talking.
Yeah, so I haven't tried any yet, but I thought because it looked metally, it might have something to do with blacksmithing or I don't know, something for you fancy types. Maybe would you like me to? Is this like maybe an armor polish or something?
Is Cat still in your tent?
Yes.
I'm gonna inspect the barrel while
Yeah.
he's wandered off.
Okay.
And
You're oh, you fuck.
Are we also in that tent?
No,
No.
you took tents in your previous pairs, and
Yes, I've
Vinny
left-
and Kay
I've
are a
left-
little ways away.
Yes, I've
Okay.
left Cat alone with the alcohol, as you do all children.
Oh no, you've left her alone with worse than alcohol. Cat,
No,
go
no,
ahead
but
and
it's
roll
what
an
I believe.
investigation check. Yeah. With disadvantage, remember?
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Thoroughly exhausted.
Yep, thoroughly exhausted.
Well, that's actually not bad.
Oh,
It's
hey!
still got a +6.
Oh, dirty 20 on
Yeah.
disadvantage. We're level 4, guys. Calm down. All right. You take a look at the keg or the cask. You kind of move over to it. You see there's a plug. You can easily remove it.
Is there any residual where he's poured it out?
I'd
Is
say
there
there'd
any,
be a
like-
little bit of a dribble that's run down the side of it.
Okay, it's basically what I want to know is this, what's it, Val's bit?
I will say, in the groggy morning, given what's happened the previous night, go ahead and roll me, I'll say a flat nature check, because you've heard the information before, but you're also very tired.
Okay. Oh, my nature sucks. Let's have a look. That'll be under nature. No, my nature is good. Okay, it's +6. That's 19.
Okay. You look at it. Yeah, this looks like Vale Spit from what you were told yesterday.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna put my head out the tent. Romulus, get back in here with that!
Which you're going to discover Damian.
Oh,
sort of
we're already at
ushering
the
Romulus already in.
You just see Damian kind of lightly pushing Romulus back to the tent with this bowl of shimmery liquid.
And Damian's eyes are like completely wide and still abject astonishment, just like, oh my god, what's going on?
So what is it?
Damian follows in like immediately and says to Cat, I thought you destroyed all of it!
We haven't destroyed any of it because I couldn't find anywhere to destroy it in the camp. We could do it on the road. Romulus, this is Veilspit. It is very illegal.
Okay, but what is Veil Spit?
A
Are
drug.
you not listening when I explain this to you guys?
Romulus
Look,
was
I've been
having a
focusing
timeout
on a
moment.
lot of very important things.
He was thinking of how he was going to prep his rats.
Chris, give me a random woodland creature.
Well, the first thing that came to mind was squirrel.
Squirrel.
I mean, I had chipmunk.
I've been perfecting my line of squirrel feather dusters. Of course, it's not feather; it is, of course, fur, because I take their tails off.
Romulus,
I
this is
apply
serious.
them
Stop
on the
yabbering.
outside of a stick. Now, the fibrous nature of the
Romulus
tail.
just gets a gauntlet to like the back, small of his back. Just lightly tap.
It
It's
does-
like, shut up.
All right. So, is it a harmful drug?
It
Yes,
is.
very.
This is very
Hey,
bad.
Chris, how harmful?
Are you asking me or them?
I'm asking you, Chris, as like.
I'll say
If I
because you weren't there and they'd be able to tell you the effects.
Okay.
The drug itself is typically smoked. From its liquidized form, the inhaled smoke causes hallucinations, allowing an individual to see pleasure in whatever form that takes for them. Typically more of an aphrodisiac form for most individuals. It
Most
also
people are
causes
horny, yes.
it causes a slower motion and falsifies the actual passage of time,
Ooh.
meaning that an individual will feel like time is moving slowly and they're able to enjoy it, but then once the drop hits, it speeds up drastically. It is also used in ritualistic prophesying into gauge of some form to do with ritualistic manners.
What happens if someone drinks it?
If you drink it, no one's ever recorded the effect. It's smoked for a main reason.
Station.
I will say that it is not easy to overdose on this, but if you were to but it is highly addictive, and were you to take too much of it at once, you would lose your mind. We're talking about permanent reductions to your wisdom stat.
Interesting. Right. Does anyone have a funnel?
Why would you need a funnel?
Well, I'm going to put this back in the keg, so that it's all in the keg and I don't have to be carrying around a bowl of highly illegal drug.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's.
You know what? It's fine. I can fashion one out of a rat skin.
You don't need to stop. Stop.
I'm already doing it.
Damian's eyes are getting wider, if that is even humanly possible.
No, I have a herbalism kit. I'm gonna say there's probably a funnel or something in there.
Herbalism kit would contain something enough that you'd be able to either scoop it out of the bowl slowly but surely to the point that you'd just have a few drips left. But I'll also say it's thick enough that as you begin to like try and scoop it up, you think, actually, I can just pour this and it comes out without spilling at all. It's not like a thin tea, it's more like a light honey.
Okay, well that's terrifying. I pour this back into the cask as best I'm able, and then I'm going to seal the shit out of this with, maybe some wax, close the plug, wax over it, maybe put it in a bag. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a separate bag.
Okay.
Just to be like, yeah, let's not deal with that.
No. I have some too that I need to dispose of. So don't worry.
How much do you have?
I have a bottle. I think I have a. Hang on. I'll tell you. A wine bottle and a flask of the stuff. So yeah, I've got a wine bottle and a flask.
No, impressive. I have 140 pounds of keg here.
I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of or not, though.
At this point, Damian is just sort of leaning against the entrance to the tent as if he's watching some kind of soap opera, just enthralled.
I'd say, Vinny, at this point, you're probably outside, you've noticed this. I'll say, Lloyd
Vinny
and Kay, you'll
senses
be
the
outside
criminal.
having breakfast or something.
Vinny senses the criminal element is like, haha.
My criminal senses have detected something.
Yeah, you all okay in here? Only
Yes,
you
getting
smell
nice and
pretty
cozy,
well.
come in.
Vinny, please come over here. Now, Vinny, you strike me as a charming individual who has perhaps flirted with the more unsavory parts of society. Is this accurate?
How dare you? I can't even pretend. No, that's fair enough.
Right. We have this. You know this keg I've been carrying around.
Mm-hmm. That we got in the sewer from the drug dealers. Yeah.
Yes. From the brewery. We got from the brewery in the brewery,
No, you got
We got it from the
you
drug
got it
dealers
from the
then.
sewers.
which was underneath the brewery, and technically on the property, as it was on the land. So,
Technically, Romulus, it was a distillery, but I can't be bothered to split hairs right now.
all right. Anyhow, it's full of veil spit. It's all veil spit.
Damn, I should have put down a bet.
Yeah, between the two of us, we've got quite a lot of it.
Hmm.
So,
So,
Vinny, do you know anybody who might be interested?
We're not trying to sell this.
Well, actually, I'm.
That is
Well-
so much sarcasm is oozing from Damian's voice.
I mean,
Actually, you know what? I kind of want to keep this because, hey, Chris, you know that challenge I have to set someone eventually?
Yeah.
Just smoke this entire barrel.
And you'll get the one person who can, and you'll just be like, oh, damn. Hellos.
It's still a pretty good challenge.
That's a pretty strong challenge, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, they may win, but at what cost? They have a wisdom of 1 now.
Sir. Exactly.
Ooh, what did I do?
I mean, you joke, but this could be useful if we encounter the leaf cutters again.
Or, well, really any criminal element.
So, just out of interest, practical purposes, are you going to be lugging that up the mountain later today?
Yes, I've been carrying it this entire time. I'm just that buff.
This is accurate.
It has been. It's been tied up underneath his rucksack.
Damian's made that face where you just go, whoo.
Okay, can I just quickly pick up Damian? I presume you're in full armor, right?
No, I'm washing my face.
Not
I'm
yet.
probably not quite
All
Yeah,
right. I'm
anywhere
just
near
gonna
that.
Can I pick up Cat for a second? Just do like a lift Cat.
How
above my
much can
head
you
then
lift?
If you want me to do the actual maths, give me a second.
Well, no, it should be in
Um,
your character sheet because you haven't got the
yeah,
times 2 yet.
My optimal my optimal weight is 600 pounds, but I am. I don't know whether that's including the fact that I am a large creature rather
That
than a
is
medium.
including the fact that you're a large creature.
Okay,
So,
so my lift capacity should be higher than that by a
yes,
decent factor.
this is true. Your lift capacity should be about like an additional 50% of that. How much free do you have?
I have 259 free.
Yeah, you can't lift Cat. She's over 600 pounds. That's more than the 900
Well,
pound limit you
if
get.
I put down this keg, because arguably I'm not carrying it right now,
That's fair. Yeah.
I should have about
400. Well, 399.
Yeah. Roll me,
about
yeah. Roll me an athletics check.
fair.
Roll another one and throw out your back. You know, 3 natural ones in a row. Ah.
Okay, that is with a +7.
Okay.
So 15.
15. You're able to lift Cat slightly off the ground. Cat objects, however, I imagine.
100%.
Yeah, so this is an objecting Cat plus the fact that, you know, it's early in the morning, straining, and she's not exactly the lightest creature given she's a centaur. So, yeah. She weighs more
It's
than
just like
you.
a quick lift and then. Okay, sorry about that. But yes, I'm very strong.
Can I suggest we continue this conversation when we've had some breakfast?
Yes. Ooh,
Good
I
idea.
can put on my rat bits.
Oh. Something tells me they're not going to do waffles here.
Damian's looking at whatever Romulus has just provided, thinking it looks a bit
now-
more appetizing than insects this morning.
Now, here's a question, Chris.
Mhm.
Do I already have cook's utensils to some degree, or will I need more?
I would say, given your backstory and the fact that you didn't take cook's utensils as your thing and chose wood carvers, I'd say you probably have them already, given the history that you have with food and stuff. So,
Okay,
I'd say you already
excellent.
have them. Okay.
Okay.
Does
So-
anybody else want to do anything while Romulus prepares rat? Go ahead and roll me I'll say. Go ahead and just give me a flat roll with your proficiency from cook's utensils, just to see how good it is.
Was Kay looking for something? Like something for bruising?
What would you say? Like,
Oh yeah, Kay was looking for
is it
something for bruising.
flat roll +2 if I'm not doing any special
Yeah,
things
it
with
will
it?
just be +2 from the proficiency. This is just to see how well it cooks, because you got the cook feat, so you should be fine. So 10.
It's 10. It's
Yeah.
it's average.
It's what you do what you can with the materials you've got. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you were looking
These are the little
for
treats that gives you free hit points.
a malady for bruising.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, unless you have somewhere in mind.
Not really.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
Investigation. Just double check what my score is for that real quick. Alright. 14.
14. You think of a place where you could easily get it, and that is Gansey's Brews and Tinctures. You head over there. It is locked, it is closed, and they do not open until past midday. It is currently about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
I need this stuff. Oh well, I suppose.
What about the
Nothing
rest?
I can really do about it.
What about the rest of the party? Anything else you'd like to do?
Damian's probably going back to his tent, and I'm gonna guess waking Lloyd up.
Lloyd's been awake this entire time. He's been sat at the
Oh,
table with
that's
Kay.
good.
Have I? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I was still sleeping.
You've been sleeping at the table with Kay. And then Kay walked off. You're left alone sleeping at a table.
Okay.
Ah, classic Lloyd.
I just sort of cough near Lloyd.
That's it.
Some of the eyes on the back of the head open up.
You all seem to be awake.
Yes, I am awake now. Where is everyone?
We're about to have some breakfast if you wanted some food.
Yes, I will have some food. I'll stand up. What are you guys ordering?
Well, there only seems to be one particular type of meat on the menu, and it's not hobbit.
I take a look at the menu.
You go to reach for a menu, and you note there is none, as no one is awake at the moment. But you do see a Romulus using one of the open fires, and you see that he's currently got a few skewered rats currently turning.
Right, that's the menu.
Well, actually, well, okay. Most of this will be just food for other people, but I will be making 2 special treats that do the weird temporary hit point thing. And they are going to be. Do you know what a hand pie is?
No.
No,
Okay, so
there could be many things with Romulus.
essentially you work the pastry just with your hands, and they're very easy. You just wrap them and then cook them on like
Oh, it looks kind of like a sausage roll.
Yeah, I was just thinking
a frying
exactly
pan
that.
with some oil or something. In this particular case, what I'll be yeah. Basically, what I'll be doing is 2 of these I will be working as a hand pie. So they're skewered rats that I've stuffed with cheese. I cook them initially. I will then wrap them in the pastry, which I will then glaze with oil and honey, and then allow that to cook a little so that it can be taken off of the skewer and moved around in like a little box or something, or a bag or a pouch, so I can hand it out to someone later.
Okay. Okay, prepared rat hand pies. Nice.
All right, get your cheese rat skewers. Cheese rat skewers. Going once, going twice.
Ooh, cheese wrap.
There you go.
Damian's gonna just
It does
check if
sound
anybody else
tasty.
is awake.
I will go over and. Oh, well, I suppose I should get used to this. We are on the road. I'm gonna pull out my fancy dagger and just chop it neatly. Eat with sophistication.
Okay.
Is anybody actually awake in the tavern, as it were?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, so this is my option. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've got some bugs if you want them, but
Well,
Why
they're.
don't we eat some of our rations instead?
yeah, those are your rations.
I'm
If
tempted.
you've not got rations in your inventory, the party bought bug rations to suffice. So
Yeah, we did.
I'll be working on them next.
I believe I already converted most of your rats into rations. So just take off 2 of your rat rations that are marked in your inventory.
Yeah, I
Rat
think
ration.
Damien might be consuming some of his own rations.
Yeah, I'm gonna be consuming some of my own rations
Okay.
as well.
Mark off your own rations then, as you will be eating them for the day. With the exception of if anyone's going to be eating Romulus's food, in which case you don't need to mark one off at all.
I am
Awesome.
eating Romulus's
I
food.
will have a rat.
Okay, so
I
Vinny.
guarantee you, Vinny is even worse.
Okay, so Vinny and Kat, you 2 don't need to mark off rations. Everybody else does, and Romulus, of course, you'll need to mark one off for yourself as well.
You didn't
Yes.
steal my cheese, did you?
You didn't steal your
Ow.
cheese, no.
No, we both have
This
cheese.
does mean I am out of fresh rat and I'm down to only jerky now.
No, you
Oh.
got.
It,
I was going to say you got the rat rations. You should have 10.
Oh, I should have 10. Oh, I think I must have just put them as a wrong
They might be
thing
preserved rats. I swapped them over last session because you had raw rats, and I just turned them into rat something. Maybe it is rat jerky.
I believe it's the rat jerky. so
If
that
it's the
would
rat
be-
jerky, then yeah, that's fine. They were just preserved rat rations, so I just
Okay,
chucked them
well,
in
that
with that.
works. So that'd be 7 altogether. Then that I'd have left after
Mhm.
that. Cool.
I shall be right back real quick.
Okay. So,
Make that like a little blank one there, so I can do something with it later.
you will gather up your things. Are you heading out, or is there anything you want to do just before leaving?
It's not like there's much in town, so we should probably just head
Is
off.
there a market or something? I'd like to resupply.
It'll be shut.
There's nothing open for the next 5 hours.
Oh God! Right. Well, when we get somewhere, remind me to buy brown sugar and some cinnamon.
Okay, that'll
Oh,
be a
can-
little
Can we
while.
say he got that last session? Because me and him did go to the market. And we
You did
bought
go to the market. There wouldn't be spices and sugars here. There aren't. You had trouble
Okay.
getting salt.
Yeah, that's true.
There aren't supplies here. A cart comes in and gives them food daily. There isn't. There isn't supplies. You want supplies? You get insects or you get fruit.
Fair enough. This is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the people to just stay here very long.
Nope. The only one who does is Liege.
The only thing that Damian might do is go over to Kay, but Kay's currently AFK.
He's currently got the
I'm here.
buffering symbol. Oh, no, he's
Hello.
back.
I
Yeah.
got back. I'll just go back.
Yeah, Damian will sort of quietly go over to Kay and say, "Are you okay?" I'm just, noticing that something's not quite right.
Okay.
Wondering if I might be able to help.
I'm guessing Sudz had to mute up or something.
Oh, I guess I accidentally muted myself. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Were you looking for something earlier, or in particular? Can I help in any way?
I will show. I will show Damian like I'll pull down one of my gloves a little bit just to show like the wrist area of my hand,
You
and it's the underside, so there should be less hair there.
Yeah. You look at what would be kind of this poor clawed hand, but you can see that where the skin would be there, it's just black. And you can see that there are splits running through it, and it's all kind of nasty dark red and black blotching over what probably used to be a pink or white skin.
That doesn't look good. Question.
Bruise.
Would a potion of healing be of any help here?
You don't know.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean,
on the other hand, I've also got a healer's kit.
And I have a potion that I'm sure will make them feel very good for a while.
Yes, you do. He may be in a different world, sort of seeing psychedelic colours, though. No?
Look, I'm just curious what Kay would see.
Let's. Oh my.
Damian's gonna get Damian's gonna get the healer's kit out.
Okay.
And have a inspect to see if there's anything that might be like a little poultice or something that you could at least give to Kay.
I'll say... How many charges of the healer's kit do you have?
6.
6. I'll say you can consume 5 of them now to give Kay advantage on his next roll for his next con save he has to make.
Okay.
Which will be his next long rest, I will say.
What do normal charges of a healing kit actually do before I go ahead and do that?
They stabilize a creature, bringing it to 0 hit points if it's... or to stop it from dying if it's at 0 hit points.
Right.
That's
I
all
believe-
it does without the healer's feat.
Yeah. And the healer feat only brings them to 1.
Healer feat brings them to 1, but you can also spend charges to heal people as an action. Yeah.
Right.
Once per short or long rest.
Okay. I think I will do that.
Okay. So you spend 5 charges, and Kay, remember that you have advantage on the next con save you'll be making.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll help.
Okay.
Hope.
Okay. He patches it up as best he can, applying bandages, poultice, and a bit of balm here or there to try and soothe it. It feels less painful. It's still going to be a pain throughout the day, and it's still going to ache as you move. And the side effects and the painkiller effects do wear off over the course of the day, but it helps in the moment. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do before you leave?
No, there's not really anyone around to talk to, so I haven't got anything.
And I kind of want to have a chat about what the fuck do we do with the massive amount of drugs.
I'm probably
Boil
not,
them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
I was gonna dig a
have
hole and.
drugs?
Oh,
I-
yes, I
this
have a
isn't something we
phenomenal amount of drugs.
I don't think we should
Romulus,
talk about
keep
that
your
here.
Voice down. Let's get out of here.
Everyone's asleep, it's fine.
What are drugs?
No, oh God, no.
You what? As you're just saying that, you watch as Liege, who was walking around in a bath towel, and he's currently wandering up, just kind of finished brushing his teeth, and is currently brushing his hair, holding out a hand mirror in front of the tree. And he just kind of quizzically looks at you lot.
What,
Just
you've never seen a Minotaur before? Get with the times.
I'm more referring to the fact that you mentioned drugs.
What are
Yes.
drugs?
Our friend is not aware of what drugs are. Would you like to explain them?
No, more of the essence that you said you had a phenomenal amount of drugs. Do you care to inform me of what these might be?
Not particularly.
If you're looking to dispose of them, I'm sure that I could arrange that.
Yes, I assume you probably could. Unfortunately, I believe I was speaking hyperbolically.
Oh, of course. Make me a deception check. If you want to. You don't have to, you can just say it fails.
No, I want to give this a try because it's funnier if I get a 1.
Oh my days.
It's a 4. I
Oh.
was being hyperbolic.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. If you didn't have that -1, you would have met his 5 that he got on his insight check.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
Did anyone want to give me the help action
I would
retroactively?
say someone would have had to do that
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Can
yeah.
I mean,
because I'm trying to
there's
cover for
always
him.
inspiration.
There
Oh,
is
yeah, there is
always inspiration.
Yeah, you
However,
know what? I'll spend a goddamn inspiration on lying to this
then
bathrobe.
so will I. I'm spending my inspiration for this.
Right.
Oh.
Does anyone want to give me the help action now?
I will give you the help action.
You
Damian's not
can't. You're
interested.
exhausted.
Oh
Damian's not
God.
interested. This is your problem. You've got yourself into it. You
Vinny!
did the task.
Kay still doesn't understand what drugs are, so.
That leaves it down to Lloyd or Vinny, I think.
Ah,
No, Jeff
You were
can. He'll
told-
just sit
Yes,
on his
I'm-
shoulder and scream.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry. I think this is a translation issue. You know how people refer to being high on life? Well, Romulus
come on,
is
that's
extremely
good.
healthy.
Okay, I would like either Vinny to make a separate deception check,
Please,
or you
God,
get
you're better at
advantage.
deception than I am.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay,
a 13.
deception it is.
The DC is 20 because he rolled an 18 plus 2.
Oh.
Go!
No.
Do you want to spend your inspiration side?
Good luck.
Do you want to?
Yeah, fuck it.
Ah, yes.
Look.
Perfect place.
I found we never use them as much as we should, so it's better
Yeah.
to
No, that's fair.
spend them on dumb shit.
Yeah, that's fair. He looks at the
What's
two
that?
of you. There's a 5 plus whatever his.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I see. Well, it sure would be a shame if those things were to go missing, huh? You know, fell off the back of a cart and all that. I'm sure you've not got any on your persons. I trust you'd be good and honest folk, and that you wouldn't try to cause any trouble for us here, and that you might be more. That if you're wanting to dispose of them, I'm sure I can find a way to do that. After all, we're all
Well-
honest folk here.
Yeah, well, obviously we don't have them. But
If we ever
I
find
think
any,
we
drugs,
did,
we'll
we're
have
if
to
you ever
right
find
there.
any, yes.
I think you do, friends. I'd ask that you hand it over if you've got any of it, and even if you are just trying to dispose of it, we'll get rid of it responsibly. We've dealt with this sort of thing before. And if you're wanting to
Cats.
sell it on, then you're going to have to go elsewhere with that. But if you're just looking
Cat,
to
do you want
dispose,
to hand over the
Look, we
the
we
bottle?
we all know.
How convincing is he seeming to me? Like, if he's been genuine, because I don't.
Can I
Roll-
insight him? He's
I
a
tried.
sarcasm
Okay,
real hard, right?
you two give me insight checks then, please, and I'll roll his persuasion or deception, depending on which one he's using.
Can Kay roll an intelligence check to try and figure out what drugs are?
Oh,
Go ahead.
insight. Phew. 9. What is my insight? I think that's probably. Right. 8.
19
Wow.
for me.
What's going on today?
I'm gonna blame Chris. I'm gonna blame Chris.
What
I
did you roll,
didn't do
Chris?
anything.
My dice have been sabotaged.
Oh my goodness, your dice are atrocious. I got a 17.
Wow.
I got a 90.
I got
Okay.
an 8.
You can tell that depending on the drug, he will get rid of it responsibly, depending on his own interests. I'd say with the insight, it's hard to tell whether he'd be interested in Veilspit or not. But you do gauge that if he would usually take Veilspit, given that it's taboo around here, if he did take it, then he'd quite happily take whatever you've got and smoke it.
I need a background check. Who is this guy again?
Liege is the leader of the Starsight camp. He's the one in charge around here. He's also the individual who Kay delivered a package which made his nose bleed, and he ran off and came back wearing very little else later on.
Right.
Oh, so he had himself a very, very pleasant, lonely afternoon.
We ain't gonna say what he did, but yes.
God.
So I'd say with your insight check, you can tell he's not exactly the most trustworthy individual, but you can tell that he is honest in this instance, that he will dispose of it if it's something that he's not interested in. If it's like oh yeah, it's illegal, it's better tobacco. Yeah, I'm smoking all that. But if it's something like Veilspit, which is taboo around here, he's quite possibly right, he will dispose of it appropriately.
So if it's like, if we hand it over, is this a trust me? You're not going to tell us off?
No, of course not. You're looking to get rid of a drug that you don't want. If you're looking to get rid of
here's
it,
a
we
vial
can
and
get...
bottle.
Just pass it over. He's like, okay. Is there anything else?
I'm just going to
I'm
go
gonna look
over
at
and
the
whisper
vial.
into his ear. It's Veilspit.
Right.
We don't want it. We were going to burn it, but apparently that was a bad idea.
No,
too.
don't. No. You don't want to burn this stuff. It's not going to go well if you try to do that.
Yeah, that's why we didn't.
If you have any more, you might want to get rid of it now.
Damian smiles and said, I thought it would make a good inhalant.
Okay, Damian. No. Look, even I'm not going that far.
Damian is so gets him nervous though.
If you want to put it into your own scenting bags or whatever, you can. Just trust me, it's not going to go well.
Well, my thought was it would be very useful for increasing the populations of certain animals that are endangered due to its aphrodisiac qualities.
True, but it's also dangerous to give to the wildlife. So you don't really want to be pouring it anywhere, especially not into water. And you don't really want to be putting it anywhere because it'll poison the land. It's got to be disposed of correctly.
That's fair enough.
How does one actually dispose of this?
You burn it.
I knew it!
Oh, I'm sure you do.
No,
Damian
yeah,
is
in
Pulled it.
in actual responsible reply, you mix it with various herbs, neutralizing ones. They neutralize the acidic compound of it, and then you can burn it, and it's safe. It smells horrible, but you can.
Also, do you know what happens if you drink some?
I wouldn't, not unless you want to die.
Oh, casually. Die. Hear that, Romulus? Die!
Alright, Kay is putting in his notes. Drugs are poison.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Do you happen to know off the top of the head the herbs you need to neutralize it?
Not me, no. Gansey does, but he hates the stuff. If I took it to him, I imagine if I take it to him, he'll ask questions where I got it, and if I have to say your names, he'll probably dislike trusting you ever again. But if I just say that I found it and I'm looking to dispose of it, he'd give me the stuff I need.
I really don't want him to not trust us. I need his help.
If you need his help, then you better be forthcoming with any of this. If you find out any of this is... If we find out any of this you took away from the camp without disposing, he's not going to like you a lot. Especially if, he hears it was you guys.
Well, Kay
I
doesn't know about the keg, so.
I hand it over because I mean I don't want that. I don't want illegal stuff. I mean that's not
Okay.
good. And I don't want to harm people.
Out of character, I just think it's really funny that there will eventually be some incredibly serious or important thing that I absolutely will solve with this just keg of drugs. I just think that would be very entertaining. So I don't want to get rid of my keg of drugs.
If I'm not trusted here anymore, I'm gonna eat you.
I believe it is right to get rid of this keg of drugs.
I will say, Vinny, seeing as you have the appropriate background for this, even though you aren't necessarily the most understanding of this, you know that if Romulus were to carry that round, if he were to get checked and that quantity was to get checked, he's serving a lot of time in prison.
Okay. Secondary question. What's the going rate for this stuff?
I will say you don't know. But Veilspit is very expensive to the point that its production is very heavily monitored and usually very heavily restricted.
I will tell you, Romulus, jail is not a good place.
Do you really
Jail?
think I would be the
Bars
biggest
are
guy
evil.
there?
Bars are evil.
Oh, trust me, you wouldn't.
Romulus, you're not going to jail. Like I need you. Hand the keg over. I'll say it loudly. That's
Okay.
right. Say nice.
Oh,
Lees looks at the keg.
fine.
He has a keg.
You have that much of it?
Yep, we didn't know what it
Wait,
was.
Where
when we
did
picked
you
it up.
get all this from?
I'd rather not say.
No, that's fair, but I'm curious, like... You just
We
you pass him
stumbled
the
upon-
keg.
Okay, we stumbled upon an operation. It was in a distillery. I was looking for some alcohol. I saw a keg. I was like,
Fair.
but they had an operation going on
Hmm.
on the side, essentially.
You watch as he otherwise pulls the top off and has a look inside. As he kind of dips his finger in, you watch as it kind of slightly runs off his finger, but he's like... Shit.
Yes, you see why I'm torn, because it's an insane amount.
He puts the cap back on. No, we're getting rid of this.
That's entirely fair.
I will say,
I feel like I should turn this into someone because
no, turning this in is a good idea, but I will still give you the choice here. This is enough to set someone up for a while. If you loot... Okay. You looted this from somewhere, right?
yes.
The choice is yours. You can either hand it over and we can dispose of it appropriately, or if you want, you can try and sneak it into Zaka's Crossing and try and sell it. It'll be a difficult smuggle, very difficult given how good they are. You're potentially looking at, with this quantity, 80 years in prison. If you're wanting to sell it on, I'd probably say you got about 12,000 gold's worth here. But that also puts a massive target on your back if you stole it from someone. If they know who you are, then...
No one who's still alive.
They were dead.
They're
They were
very dead.
very dead.
Or if they're very dead, then that's fine. But if they discover this, all of you going. That's not just your friend Romulus here. You're all going by association. Even you, young one. You'll get at least 40 years.
Damian, look.
Great.
I'm not taking that. I don't like bars.
Alright.
We're getting rid of it, guys.
Alright, can I just
Or,
ask?
or I'm going
Mhm.
down on my own. Down for my own.
I don't suppose you have any cooking ingredients, do you?
For any particular reason?
Well, you see, I can't find anything, and obviously we're leaving soon, so I've not got time to go to a market or anything.
What do you mean by ingredients? I have some in my kitchen.
Cinnamon, brown sugar.
Oh yeah, I got some of that.
Oh, excellent.
You know what? I'll do you a trade. The keg, the bottle, and the vials, and I'll get and dispose it, and I'll get you some, brown sugar and some basic spices?
Yes, but brown sugar and cinnamon, or other spices you have available.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
just
get some
looking
of
for
that.
variety, really.
No, that's fine. I can get that. And he's like, all right, hand me those. Yeah, he takes them, holds them. He's like, I'll be back in a moment. He tucks the hand mirror into his towel and tucks them.
Please, God,
just
do not get
sticks-
involved in any fires for the next until you've dealt with them.
Sticks the comb in his hair and just kind of wanders off. You kind of wait there patiently.
Damien
There's a
was gonna
pause.
sort of go towards the archway and just stand there and completely disassociate himself. from
Okay,
us.
so you're just waiting for the rest of the party. Okay.
I'm just waiting at the archway, just waiting for him to sort this shit out.
Okay. In this moment, as you're waiting, there's a pause before you watch as he otherwise comes back. In more of just a kind of a full bathrobe at this point, as he wanders back and just goes, "Right then, I've got that dealt with. I've moved it into somewhere where it's being stored. I'll speak to Gansey when he's awake and tell him that there were some individuals who came through and they wanted it disposed of because they came across an operation. If he asks, I'll say it's you, but you came clean because you didn't want to cause any harm, but you were scared because of what he said."
Yeah,
Or
I can
something.
guarantee we didn't know what it was until recently.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a simple misunderstanding. I'm sure he'll
If you're speaking
understand.
to him, could you ask him to teach us how to neutralize it as well,
Can do.
in case
Yeah.
we come across any other operations?
No, that should be fine. If you're running into individuals that are making this, knowing how to neutralize it might be quite useful, given it can be used as a weapon as well.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, it could be used as a weapon.
So, okay, you mentioned about drinking it, right?
Mm.
It is highly toxic to the body when drunk, and it acts like a heavy metal. It will sink and settle in your stomach and cause violent vomiting for several hours, to the point that you'll suffer heavy dehydration and eventually die.
That does seem really cool.
It might be cool, and you might think, oh, we could use it as a weapon against things. But that creature will then be toxic to the environment and kill off hundreds of other people as their body decays. It's not worth it, trust me.
That's fair enough.
I will say that we'll deal with this appropriately. I have your brown sugar and cinnamon. I got it in 2 separate bags because I thought it'd be nice. Passes them over. Otherwise, thank you for taking care and looking after, well, hopefully, finding Brass and taking care of him. I do hope that your trip is safe. And
But when you say taking
Stay fish.
care of him...
getting him back.
Oh, okay. When you say get him back, that's not like a revenge.
No.
You do mean
No,
bring
he,
him back
We're
here.
going
he's
to
our-
save him.
he's our...
I'm
he's our,
sorry, people say different things to mean different things. and it's
He's
very
our
confusing.
he's our etcher. He works on making our weapons cool and fashionable. I don't want him dead.
Good. Just being very clear, because sometimes people say like, "Oh, make sure that he's dealt with."
No, I
and
get
take
it. I get
care
it.
of
We're
him,
not those
look
kinds of.
after the problem, and I'm just
We're
like,
not those kinds of people.
exactly. It's just very confusing when people use wording like that.
All right. Well, do take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't get yourselves killed or anything. And try to bring him back if you can. If you can't, bring back his body. It'll be good to bury him. Anyway,
Okay.
take care, and thank you for the delivery again. And he otherwise nods to UK. Then you watch as he otherwise bows, his tail swings behind him, and you watch as he otherwise turns and wanders off. And begins wandering around the tree.
Please,
Kay is now wondering about
I want you to know if the next fight we end
Hold
up
on,
in,
hold on. What was Casey?
I was just gonna say Kay is now wondering what etched carrot dagger would do.
Very little would
test-
decay.
Tests must be made. Kay must acquire a new carrot dagger.
Very well.
Okay.
So,
Damian waves at the party. Come on, hurry up, sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess we should probably head off.
Um,
No,
I'm
but
just
that's
saying, if the next fight we get in ends up being easily solved by a large amount of drugs, I will be very sad.
okay. You.
Honestly, you'll just splatter it before.
So, you begin to make your way towards the archway. You head up and through it. As you reach the top and head through, Kay, there is a moment of dizziness as the illusion effect kicks in after you leave, as you realise there is an illusion effect over the doorway to keep it hidden. Shocker.
I see.
It offsets, strangely enough, it's weird. The dizziness offsets the hurt in your arm, more of just like a pain being redirected elsewhere, but it doesn't help it. but you continue on your way. Where do you head?
Up the mountain.
Yes, which way?
Oh, hang on.
Upwards one.
Yeah, upwards. Yeah.
I
I need
would
some
be-
more. I need some more knowledge about the geography directly around me before I say which direction.
Do you want to discuss what you're heading and consolidate your information while we take a quick break here? Just to grab more water and stuff.
Can do.
I'm back. By the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go grab a drink.
Here we go.
Okay, go grab a drink. And Jamie, I have left, or Kat, I have left you a message in Discord for you to read just in case you forgot. Because I said I would.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be right back. We'll be back here in about a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Yes, I had forgotten.
I was
Thank you.
so very willing to set fire to that barrel and throw it into a den of enemies and just laugh.
So we're looking for some
What
kind
happened?
of
I'll be
column.
back in a second.
What happened? I had people talking to me. I don't know.
We've handed in all of the drugs
So we
to
handed in our drugs. Good.
Liege, and in return we got a bag of brown sugar and a brown bag of cinnamon.
Why
think we...
do I have a feeling we got scammed?
Oh, we absolutely did. It was worth 12,000 gold. But if we tried to sell it, we'd have gotten done
Yeah,
hard.
basically the campaign would have been over. We would have spent the remainder. There would have been an 80-year time skip for Romulus in
No,
prison.
for all of us.
Well,
Well, no, you'd only get 40 years.
He was said that about.
yeah, I think I'd get a little bit more.
The Peter Fender.
I don't think Kay would have survived.
So
No.
little known fact: before I joined you guys, I was in prison.
Damien would have been very, very confused.
We're working with a fucking criminal? No, I'm
Kay was also locked up.
No, I'm
I was-
completely joking.
he's a boy.
Lloyd, I've done so much fucked up shit in my life.
I was
I once will.
where was the prison I was in? Chris,
Mo-
Banu?
Monolith?
A monolith, right?
Alcatraz?
Yes, I was in Alcatraz before I joined.
It all makes perfect sense now.
No wonder.
Monolith is basically Alcatraz, right?
Not to the same extent that it's an island. No, not really. I don't think will be a good representation of it. No, I'd say there's not really a likeness there. It's hard to say. So who still has
what
to
I
come
meant
back?
was Azkaban.
Oh, Azkaban? It's not in the middle of the ocean still, but in the sense of its structure, I'd say relatively close to.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are we still missing? We got
I
new Jamie
am
back.
back.
Simon's here. Nope. Harlan here.
I am here. I'm not going to be for long.
Okay.
Just to be contrary and annoying.
Oh. Other Jamie? Nope. Okay. Older Jamie is not here. Okay. So did you guys discuss what way you were headed?
No,
Where are we heading?
haven't figured it out.
Upwards.
we're looking for a column which is somewhere up on the mountainside and might be a bit of a distance away.
A column.
Yeah, which had.
That's all the
runes
information we really got about
Do
it.
Runes
we
inscribed in
remember?
it.
Have we been there?
No.
No.
Okay, so we're just looking for it.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I
will
will
say you did
activate
receive
my
some other
eye.
information if you wanted to roll a history check for it.
I
Let me
will.
let me have a look if there was any other
Back
information.
in a bit.
Okay.
I,
Go ahead, Kane.
I have no clue. So
I
I'm
was
wrong.
not present, so
No, that's fine.
Ah, yes, I do have a direction.
Is there a reason why you're rolling everything a disadvantage?
Is it just attack rolls?
I think it is. Hold on. Is this the effect of? Oh, is this the effect of them? No, that you can't gain temp HP because of your
No.
because of the
hold on.
damage. The disadvantage is to your claw attacks.
No, it's this.
copy and paste it and I'll give it a look over. Because it'll be what I typed up last time, and it's in one of my documents somewhere.
So it's disconnected.
Oh, yes. Yep,
Yeah.
no, that is fair. No, that's correct. Yeah.
So I am doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, I know the direction
Um,
you're headed.
Total.
So I
Good.
got an
That's
11.
good. I can activate
plus
my eyes in that certain direction.
history, 13.
13. I'll say that you remember it. You remember it being mentioned that Brass was heading up to the mountains in the west-northwest direction, kind of heading up the line of the mountain line, and was otherwise. It said that he'd previously spotted a overlook that looked down across a dip where there was a pillar in the center of it.
So west northwest then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody got a compass on?
Don't worry,
Um,
survivalist K
west-
is on the case.
Survivalist Lloyd is also on K.
On K.
Why are you on
Maybe.
K?
On K. Lloyd has mounted K. He is now mounted.
Whoa!
Or maybe he
No.
started smoking K. Who knows?
Oh,
Oh no.
Well, I do have a pipe.
okay.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna smoke K.
I've got a pipe and a leather pouch of tobacco.
Just had 12,000 worth of drugs and we're
Yeah,
smoking K.
strangely enough, Damian didn't want to do that.
K starts
Damian
writing in
was-
his notebook, I am drunk.
I am drug. I am poison.
I am poison.
I am poisoned.
Drugs are poisonous and dangerous. Party is burning K. K equals drug, question mark. Sound logic to me.
Logic.
What
Oh, no.
do K taste like?
Mhm.
Oh, and we left the horses
What does
in.
cat taste like?
We left our horses there.
Okay.
Yeah.
believe.
Madness.
Yeah, you're leaving your horses there unless you want to take them into the mountain, in which case, get ready for potentially putting down some broken legs.
Oh no, I'm not dead silly.
Aww, horses.
Hat. Sorry. Give
It's
it-
okay. I will now
Damian is aware
be.
of things of that.
I will now be sitting on Damian's head, and he will never know.
I wish to do a perception check.
Go ahead. I'll say make it.
Hang on, I need to know how dense Damian is.
I'll just say K make it with disadvantage because you're trying to do it on K's head or Damien's head and he's not always wearing a helmet.
So am I doing a perception? Normal perception
Uh-huh.
check. Nice.
Oh wow! If he doesn't,
Mm.
I'm gonna. Oh wow!
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think the 7's gonna work there.
No, not with the 17.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you are receiving a free piggyback ride from an unaware Damien.
Damien has done a lot of favors to you today. He's aided the pain, and he's also giving you a free piggyback without even realizing it.
Mm-hmm. So,
I can't remember.
looks like
who
we've got
remembers.
Simon back. Harlan, you still here?
Mhm.
Nope, Harlan has genuinely decided to get up and go. Partway through. Starting it back up
Maybe
again.
he's walking
He
down
did
here.
say not for long.
Yeah, that's fair. So, is there anything you'd like to do here, or are you just heading off in that direction?
But I'm gonna try and inspect the ground to see if there's like any footprints or anything. I mean, there ought to be 2 sets in theory.
Yeah, I'll help him out on that.
I'll say make me survival checks with disadvantage, the two of you.
Beautiful. This is gonna be entertaining when I roll a double one, just like.
I'm just paying attention to all the
Roll
things.
the one.
That was
Oh,
a 1, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, a 1 and a 2.
that's a 4 over here.
The two of you are otherwise...
There's a 2 over here too.
The two of you are otherwise looking over the floor here to see if you can see any footprints. It's solid stone. There's no feasible footprints here, given that it's been almost 5 days now since the individual left as well. You've had rain through the area. There's no feasible way of finding footprints.
Damian, how the hell are we gonna find footprints if it's been 5 days?
Meanwhile, Kay's
This
just
has been
holding
the
on.
Yeah,
worst
I mean-
idea I've heard.
While he's leaning over.
I mean, Damien's gonna literally raise his head and just sort of look towards Lloyd, like, "Why are you asking me such a silly question? I thought it was worth an effort." As you've got a K hanging on for dear life as Damien's head moves up sharply.
I had no idea it has been 5 days, or otherwise I would have told you it was a bad idea.
Okay.
I'm assuming Lloyd's perception is good enough that he may have noticed what's going on.
Yes,
I,
Lloyd
I
definitely knows.
see the cat that's hanging off of you. I'm just not telling you.
You mean the K?
And the K, yes.
I'm pretty sure he'd notice if Cat had climbed on.
He would. His movement would become
100 pounds on
zero.
his head.
I mean, literally, the stealth check or sleight of hand check from Cat would have been roll with disadvantage and
And a -10.
with a -10 on your result, yeah.
He wouldn't notice. I might break his neck, so he wouldn't notice I'd jumped on.
He'd be dead by the time he
Yeah.
realizes.
God.
Okay. So, where would you like to go from here?
West, northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, well, head that direction.
I would like someone to hail a survival check for me, please.
Do I do?
I can help out if anyone else wants to help it.
I mean, Romulus does all the survival
Romulus
for
probably
us.
would do it. That's why I asked if he was back. I'd say
Yeah.
Romulus probably would, given he's also used to mountains.
Yeah, me
Alright.
and Romulus have travelled, so
Romulus will have advantage thanks to Lloyd.
I have height advantage, so I would like to do the perception checks of keeping an eye on all the things.
That sounds good to me. I'm going to quickly check Romulus's character sheet. Right. Romulus's survival is +3, so that is a total of 15. Okay. Heading up into the mountains, the rocky terrain is a little bit difficult to traverse for some of you. Some of you are not used to it, and the padding of your boots underfoot are not easy for some of you. For Romulus, this is an easy climb. He's used to this kind of thing. Climbing at this height and this terrain, this is something he's good at. Kay, you find it relatively easy as well, as you are used to otherwise climbing through difficult spaces and otherwise climbing and swinging up into areas which would usually be unreachable. Whereas the rest of you find it difficult, especially Cat, where in this current day you are exhausted and find it extremely difficult to traverse this terrain, especially given your hooves and your equine form.
I see. Moments like this where you wish you could be a mountain goat, you know? Mountain goats don't have this problem.
I would like someone to roll me a d20, please.
Oh, let me
I like
roll
this.
that.
I've got to do that.
Okay.
How to do that?
Okay.
Damian has to roll it. All right.
Oh yes, it's a
Oh,
natural one.
So many ones.
Damian, why?
Okay.
As we get attacked by a flock of harpies. Thanks, Damian.
You begin wandering
Very
through the
cool.
area. Kay, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
God.
And K has disadvantage. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10.
10. You begin to listen out. And you begin to look out of the area. Your height advantage, you can see for quite a while. You can see the sharp mountains as they rise up. You can see the rocks. You can see a few trees off in the distance. You can see something move as you look off in the distance. There's something shifts and moves.
My hand swings down and not very hard, but like the palm of my hand is now in Damian's face.
Damian, you notice Kay is there.
Oh, to be honest, I think given how poor the perception was previously, Damien's probably thinking he's face palming himself.
Hey, stupid Damian. How did you do that?
I'd say no. Your perception wasn't that bad. It's just Kay was very stealthy.
Yes. Hang on, which hand is it?
Hello, I'm
My
back. Sorry
right
about that.
hand, I guess.
Is this the one that's bandaged or the one that isn't bandaged?
They're both.
Oh, both hands. Oh, okay. So I'll recognize immediately. Yes. Hey, what is it?
I saw something move
Where?
over there, and I point where I saw something move.
I opened my eyes and look.
Okay. You open your
Did I
eyes
just
and
hear
look.
rook?
You did say
Rook.
rook, yeah.
Okay.
A
Comes
Minotaur
after me.
flies out of the sky, axe swinging.
Oh shit.
Ah!
Oh, Rook got his axe back. No.
He fails his dexterity saving throw and takes 40d6 damage from falling and dies instantly. Alright.
No, that does make sense.
Actually, no. I
His
I
wife
can eat him
arrives
now,
and kills
right?
him anyway.
I can eat him now, right?
No.
Oh my god.
It all happened in a split second. You saw nothing. So, let's see. As you otherwise look, go ahead and give me a perception check, please, Lloyd. I'll say, just for your sake, Romulus, your party has started moving through the mountains and you led the survival check. You got a 15
Oh,
total,
yes.
and you're going through
Ah,
mountains,
yes.
which you're good with.
Yes, excellent.
Ooh,
I will
that's a
go
good
through the
roll.
mountain and proceed
28.
to punch my way through the solid rock.
28. You look
Yeah.
out across the horizon and you watch as these rocks begin to shift and move. As you watch the form begins to move up the mountain just ahead of you, and you watch as two eyes look at you, engaging with your eyes as it blinks with almost this film that comes across it, similar to that of a lizard, as it ducks behind and continues to move along behind the mountain.
Right, we have some kind of a lizard and it does see us.
Aw.
Tasty.
How
No.
big?
How
was
big were the eyes?
How big was this?
From this distance, it's hard to tell. With that roll, I'd say you're probably looking at something which is maybe 15 feet long at least.
Around
Tasty.
Romulus and a half in size.
Romulus and a half. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh. That's big.
Romulus, do you have any experience with such creatures up in these mountains?
Has
No.
you cooked lizard?
Romulus,
Tumbleweed.
Yes, sorry. Let's find out.
roll me a
What?
nature check.
Ooh.
Okay.
A
You've-
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You've dealt with bears, harpies you're aware of. Lizards is a difficult one. You think about it for a moment. There's very little that would be in the mountains and be lizard-shaped, let alone which looks almost like rocks. There are only two things which spring to mind. Both are very bad options. One is more known for being underground than on the surface of mountains, so it's less likely, and that is a basilisk. Such creatures are swift and to a certain extent, and they move up and with the gaze can petrify people. The alternative is less savoury but more likely. A stone dragon. The age of which you are not certain. You have never met or experienced them. You know that they live in the mountains, and that is all you know.
Was the gaze I saw petrifying?
If Romulus wishes to mention this information.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's either a stone dragon or a basilisk. So don't look in its eyes, and let's get out of here very quickly. Oh, also it might kill us.
Oh, cool. What in this world doesn't want to kill us?
So,
I guess we are in its home.
Is that the direction
Right.
we're going?
The direction you were going. It's a little bit off of where you were
Wait,
going,
wait,
but
wait,
it's
wait.
definitely in the area.
Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bard, right?
I am indeed. Yeah.
I give you your. This is your moment.
what?
I don't
Does
understand.
no one else know how draconic sorcerers are born? No? Okay then. Well,
No.
all right.
What's a draconic sorcerer?
Never you mind, little one. Never you mind. I'll tell you when you're older.
What's a sorcerer?
They're kind of like a wizard, except rather than being a nerd, they're cool.
What's a wizard and what's a nerd?
Okay, so
I'm not a nerd.
you know what cat is? That's a wizard and a nerd.
Yeah, wizards are people who study and can use magic. Sorcerers are people who don't study and can use magic anyway.
Wow. All them years.
And
All
what the
them
hell
years
am
of
I?
studying. I don't know.
Shut up! Weren't you already a sorcerer, cat? You're just no longer a sorcerer.
I'm wizard. I studied and I just have weird magic now.
All right, I forgot that's how that works. Right, yes.
Does this make me a wizard?
No, you're a paladin,
Studied?
which is like a cleric who took steroids.
I'd say this information is probably like so baseless for Romulus.
All right, no, let's make it funny. No, you're a paladin, which is like if a priest got really, really buff in prison.
Oh, I know one of those. Looks at Lloyd.
Okay, just
I
sits
am
there.
not buff.
That's the only thing.
Question, are you a cleric?
Almost, but not.
Okay, you can just say.
No, I'm
He's-
not.
Okay, what are you, you bastard?
Maybe you should figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't. Chris doesn't let me have access to those documents anymore.
No one has access
No
to
one
it.
has access to those documents
Yeah,
anymore.
so we literally can't figure it out, even though it's part of the world, apparently, Chris.
Yeah.
That's another
There's
thing.
Oh,
the
wait,
secret
what?
documents. The sacred
So-
text.
Are we going on or not, Romulus?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's carry
Do
on.
I?
Continue because it said going in the other way.
Yes.
Let's
It is
mark
going-
it down.
If it's going in the other direction, we should be going in the opposite direction from it, which luckily is where we want to go, I think.
Okay,
So we're
contemplating.
just going to very casually go past.
Oh, wow.
A rock falls nearby and rolls to roughly your position from the nearby
Let's
crest.
move.
We're being attacked by
Yeah.
rocks.
We are going to keep moving, and we're not going to keep talking, and we're just going to keep moving and shut up, okay?
Yeah, let's just give it a wide berth. Should be fine.
Okay, it requires better.
A
Moving.
bigger rock might fall. Go.
I
I
would
am
like.
picking up Vinny and moving.
Better height.
How are you moving, everybody?
Lloyd is running.
Cautiously.
Stumbly. 'Cause I'm on
Cautiously
terrain I
and
don't know.
carefully is how I'm moving.
Okay. So, for those of you moving stealthily as best you can, go ahead and roll stealth checks. Cat, you obviously have disadvantage. Damian, you have disadvantage. And Kay,
not
you have
doing it stealth.
disadvantage.
I'm not doing it stealthily.
You're not doing it stealthily, okay.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, I'm looking up and dodging rocks.
Yeah, that's basically
Oh.
what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
As
doing
I'm
something
running.
different.
It's not my worst stealth roll.
It's not worst either. 12.
It's an 11 for me. Not great.
Kay is stealthily trying to acquire a higher seat.
Okay. Total?
11.
11. Okay. Each of you begin to... How are we doing this? Are you fanning out? Are you travelling as a group? What is your marching order and movement through this, I shall ask?
I'm behind Romulus. Just
I will
hiding
be
behind
taking the
Romulus.
lead.
You'll be taking the lead. Okay, so you're at the front. Heading left here.
Damian is
What
guarding
did I
Lloyd.
Just not have a random guard with you anymore. He is no longer there.
I'm
Damian
using
is guarding Lloyd. Okay.
Damian as a shield.
Yeah,
How
my
is-
shield is just deflecting rocks as best as possible. if
Position
any come in our
yourself
direction.
as best you can. There are no more rocks. It was just the one that rolled.
Oh, okay. Well,
The bigger one might come.
I'll be.
Okay.
I'm pushing
Romulus.
Damian to go faster. Which side did the rock come from?
Oh, okay. so
Up
it's
and to
gone.
your right, so up this way.
Okay, so I'm going this way then.
Okay.
And Damian's just keeping near Lloyd, protecting him.
Is
Yeah,
Vinny
I'll-
scouting ahead?
Fan out a little Oh, which way are we lining up?
Going this direction.
Okay.
I am
The rock
sending.
came this way, right?
I'm sending Jeff up with the intention of seeing anything that moves.
Go ahead and give me a
Yeah,
perception check
I'll
for
be
Jeff,
trying
then,
to
please.
move
Why the fuck am I in the
between
middle?
cover.
Jeff.
You're not in the middle, you're at the front.
is-
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one.
It's heading this way.
Right. That's a +3 for Jeff.
I presume K is on my head, steering me via
Mhm.
my horn.
20.
K required a greater height.
Yep.
Total of 20, was that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Jeff flies up. As Jeff flies up, Jeff can see what looks to be a form, serpentine in some degree, lizard more so with legs, as it's coiled around the top portion of this mountain section. The jutting spikes on its back, otherwise protruding backwards. You're not entirely sure what this thing is. You've never seen a creature like this before. But it certainly looks like some form of large lizard. And at this height, and in comparison to the rest of you, it almost easily doubles Romulus' size.
Hey. Well, that's fun.
And you
And
watch as it's not moving, it's still. Its head kind of resting for a moment.
Okay. And that's ahead of us.
That is directly ahead of you, yes.
Okay, so, hey, Romulus, hey,
Yes.
that lizard thing is right in front of us.
Then why did people agree for us to go in this direction? I mean, that
It's-
is
Where what is the terrain around us like?
In your current position, I will say the crest of the hill. The crest of the hill is about, or the crest of the mountain is about here, and then it fans outwards from here.
Hey. And it's
Okay.
on the crest.
And it's near the crest, wrapped around the back portion here.
Okay. So it's wrapped around the back of the crest. It has spikes.
Which side is its head?
Hmm?
It's
head's
left
head.
from our perspective.
Yeah.
Then Vinny is going to say nothing but point towards the right and gesture to go round.
Okay.
Hey.
I would like stealth checks if you're attempting to move stealthily.
alright then.
Oh, why do I have to have exhaustion?
If I roll well, can I try and assist others?
Oh.
That will just be, it's a group skill check at this point, so Damian and Lloyd, if you're making stealth checks, you're welcome to.
I
Oh,
guess
for
I
fuck's
am.
sake, it's another 8.
I
So I
guess
got
I'm
an 8.
trying to advance round because I got to.
okay.
I'm going to
So
do it
going
stealthily.
perfect? Okay.
Twinsies.
Can my stealth not so much be stealth as just the sheer idea of like going, please, for fuck's sake, we're not a threat or a prey.
If you want to say that, you can.
We're just useless assholes.
Okay, so I think Vinny, you and Kay are the only two that got decent rolls.
Yeah, I got an 18.
Okay. Okay.
Give me one sec.
Yeah.
Put something away. I believe I got a 13.
Okay.
Yeah, 13.
Okay. Okay. You all begin to move around as best you can, as quietly as you can. But with the rock surface here, a few of you kind of touching the rocks, I'd say with Jeff, you note that it does shift its form to go around the other way. It's following you.
It's following us. It's shifted its form to the right. Just so you know.
Alright. I'm just saying, now would have been a perfect time to have a massive amount of drugs available.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Just light it on fire right down the hatch. Good to go.
You can still light it on fire.
We're gonna
Okay,
smoke it out, guys. Woof.
Oh boy, that's
You
gonna
reckon it
smoke
had
down.
explosive properties?
Probably not. It's meant to be burned. It's more likely it would have been too difficult to.
No, it would have. It would have.
Are you
taken
saying that
forever.
the stone dragon would have got stoned?
Yes.
Yes.
Stoned to death.
I don't even think it's a stone dragon.
Let's
It has
sure as shit
legs.
not a basilisk, otherwise we'd already be fucked.
It could be something else.
It's true. Chris has made custom monsters in the past.
This is true.
Yes,
The stone dragon
okay.
is a custom monster.
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
what
my statement remains active.
There might be a rock salamander.
Yeah, it's
You're
true.
right, it could well be. Right. Cat, Kay, you're the two people who are next to me. Eat these. I hand over the little hand pie things to them both.
What?
Eat these.
Not sure if now is the time to be eating. Okay. Right, I'll eat
You
them.
need your strength to fight if we end up having to fight this creature.
Well, we might have to run away from this creature.
Even more so.
Okay, I will eat.
Chew, chew, swallow.
Okay, I will chew, swallow. Chew no more than 3 times.
Kay, do
Hopefully
you?
don't choke.
Kay, do you eat it?
Well.
The moment when Kay is wondering
I'm
about
giving
whether
you
to eat.
free food. Just eat it, please.
Fine, I will eat the food.
Okay.
All right. You both gain 2 temporary hit points.
Kay, you get none of those because of your bruising.
Yep, I am bruised, so it does nothing for me. And I.
And you no longer have disadvantage.
Great.
I count this as a win.
I was doing that for a reason.
Well, your fault. Anyway,
Don't blame it on him.
Yeah.
You force fed Kay food. Alright.
character-wise, Kay would never refuse food.
At this current point in time, you would.
Yeah, it's an experiment.
Okay,
Either way.
fine. If you don't want to eat the food, you don't have to. I can just. It's fine. It's fine. But yes.
Don't make me steer you to it.
Okay, fine. So,
Okay.
2 temporary hit points for you, Cat.
Okay.
Thanks.
Which I think is actually a significant jump in your HP.
Oh,
Wow.
funny. Yeah, I'm on 21.
It's a whole 10th of your HP. So,
Yeah,
so what are you doing?
Actually higher than a 10th of your normal HP.
Romulus, what is it ahead? What are we actually hiding from and trying to be stealthy against?
I don't think we're stealthing against it. I mean, it's following us.
Dragon. And it's following us.
Cat, you might
Maybe
not
we
want
should
to
just
stand
keep
there.
moving and maybe a little just
And
ignore.
where?
You might
I
not
think
want to
at this
be
point we should
there.
go for speed rather than stealth.
Yeah, that's a better place to be.
I,
You
I,
know-
I would assume that I'd keep Romulus between me and it, in fairness.
Burn. No, not burn. Lloyd.
Burn! I'm here, yes.
I wish Burn was here.
Okay,
Blob
Lloyd.
Mountain.
Lloyd, in this instance, as you're otherwise facing this way with your companions, you note more movement behind you. As your eyes catch on to more movement, as you see more forms, almost worm-like in fashion, begin to move up behind you.
Alright, I think we're being surrounded, boys. We should get a move on.
Surrounded, I'm going to have a look around with Jeff.
Make a perception check with Jeff, please.
Can I also make a perception check with my height advantage?
Go ahead. You still have disadvantage if you chose not to
My
eat it.
superior height. I ate it.
Oh, you
so-
ate it. Okay. Okay. Total for Jeff.
12.
Oh, I wish I would have just let it roll. I would have had that 19.
Okay. So,
12.
as Jeff is otherwise focusing on whatever this worm, this large lizard-like form is up ahead, you watch as, I'll say with that perception, you watch as it begins to move around and down slightly. You can just about see the ridges of stone on its back cresting just over the edge of where you're looking. For you, that is.
Okay.
Jeff, on the other hand, sees that, but doesn't see anything moving in the back. It's strange.
Okay. I can't see any others, but it is moving
They're
down.
getting behind us. I saw them.
Okay.
I'd say you saw about 3 of them behind you, Lloyd.
Yeah, around 3 of them. Can we
3?
please go forward?
Yeah, let's carry on moving
Yeah,
to where
let's
we're
keep
meant to
moving.
be going. And
Okay.
oh god.
You begin to move forward. Stealthily or quickly?
Quickly.
Okay.
I don't know about.
I don't think stealth's going to be of
Quick.
any use at this point for
Yeah, I
Damian.
think they
So
already know
Damian's
we're here. There's no point in stealthing.
Us
Yeah,
two are going to
if-
move quickly because we've heard there's a whole load behind us.
Yeah.
How... Yeah, but if we start running, then we could proc the hunt.
Look, Damian's other option at the moment is to start banging his mace and shield together to try and challenge them. That's what the other thing is about to do. So we're
Let's
going to
not-
awaken them anyway.
I just
Me and the big guy locked eyes with each other. I think he knows we know.
Okay.
I just
Let
want
me.
to say,
Go ahead, Kay.
I was just gonna say, I don't think it's a good idea to go quickly, as it might be more difficult for her to keep up with us and not fall. Pointing to Cat.
I will go around the group and I will ask individually what you are doing. Kay, what are you doing in this instance?
I am mostly just trying to make sure nothing gets too close to us
Okay.
without us knowing.
Okay. Romulus, what are you doing?
Crying.
Okay. Cat, what are you doing?
No.
Crying hard, Red. Romulus is crying.
Okay. My main thing is I'm trying to keep Cat safe. I don't
Okay.
know what the best way to do that is.
I will say repositioning to shield Cat in this instance, then, if that's the case. Cat?
I mean, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out, but I assume if we're all still moving, I'll be moving. But
Okay.
I really don't think that moving fast is a good idea.
Okay. Vinny?
Well, since we're not running and are delaying the chase, I'm going to scout ahead a bit. Not necessarily moving stealthily, but not sprinting either.
Mm-hmm.
And looking for anywhere that we could potentially hide, like a cave that might be too small for them to get in, or
Okay.
like a route out of this area
Okay.
that they would struggle to follow us.
Go ahead and make me a perception check or survival check of your choice. DCs will differ based on the idea that you will either be looking for a cave based on where it should be in this area or trying to physically see one amongst the terrain ahead. DCs will differ.
I'm going to be going for perception.
Okay. Go
This
ahead.
might be slightly harder, but I'm also a little better at it, and I think that's how Vinny would approach this situation.
Okay.
Perception, that's a 7.
You look over the horizon. Rocks as far as the eye can see. Some trees, though. Not far from here. With a little bit of time, you could sprint to it. Be dangerous, and it'll be mostly downhill, so Cat wouldn't have to worry too much about speed. One bad fall, though, and she's going to get badly hurt. Damian and Lloyd. Which one of you two would like to go first?
Well, I'm going to be shielding Lloyd, and I've just
I'm
heard
gonna be
there's 3
shifting
behind.
myself to not be behind.
I'm going to be taking a rear guard to try and protect Lloyd at all costs,
Okay.
whilst also trying to keep an eye out.
I just remembered something. Can I change what I was doing?
We'll come back around and get to you in this instance. You're keeping an eye. Yep. So, Damian, you're forming the rear guard, and Lloyd, you're doing that. Okay. Okay. In this instance, Lloyd, you see it. I will say give them passive perceptions of the party. Give them passive perceptions of the party. Everybody sees it, actually. Because everyone's got decent passive perception now.
Hey.
You watch as this worm-like figure begins to move towards you, Damian. As it otherwise gets close to you, stops a short way away before you watch as the end of it begins to split.
The one that was here.
No, the ones that were
another one, okay.
behind you.
Okay.
As you watch as it begins to split, and you watch as these hooks begin to unfurl from this beak-like appendage with these large suckered tentacles as it lunges towards you.
Oh, that ain't right.
I am
Oh, I
going
know
to
what
make an
these-
attack with its tentacles first. That is a 18 to hit. What is your AC?
Will not hit.
Okay. You raise your shield in time just as this creature hits the surface of your shield, trying to wrap its tentacles around you and dig in, as it's going to try and bite in this instance. 20 total to hit. As it otherwise manages to get a good bite on, not necessarily on the shield, but past the shield into your gauntlet as you feel the piercing pain of 6 points of piercing damage.
Splendid.
As this thing here latches onto your arm.
Yep, I knew it.
See, I
I
knew
knew
it
it.
wasn't either of those things. I don't
And
know
in
what
this-
that
remember
means,
these
though.
very well.
And in this same instance, you watch as this is happening. Hold on, where's my tile for it? I forgot to prepare
What?
this.
Sorry, what are these? Have we encountered these before?
These were on Thursday.
I was only there for a bit.
Yeah.
What horror has he created this time?
Oh, I haven't created it. This is a base monster manual monster.
Oh.
Somehow that's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can mimic themselves as rocks.
Yep. And you watch as cresting over the corner as this begins, entering the initiative at the same time. You watch as a young stone dragon moves into the fray as well. As it crests itself up over the mountaintop, seeing this engage. Doesn't roar, but looks at you lot, and then looks at the Grix. I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
All right,
Son of
we're making friends with dragons.
I wouldn't
I
go
will
that
use
far.
my +2 to initiative, Chris.
You will use your plus new 2 to initiative, okay.
I will
Do
also
I have to
use
roll
my
an initiative with disadvantage? Or is
It
just
is an ability check. You have disadvantage.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I know, it sucks, doesn't it, having a point of exhaustion.
Ah, 16 and a crit. Okay, well that gives me 19
That's
anyway.
still going to be better than what I'm going to roll.
Yeah, that's 19.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
What did that roll off of once it hit the...
it rolled off of an 8.
Okay.
I believe.
18.
Alright, so... First off, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
18 on Romulus. Cat,
Working together, love it.
19.
19. Okay. 15 to 10.
14.
14.
14.
Let's go.
Oh! Wait, so we had Damian, Lloyd, and Kay all had 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will
together.
let you decide what your order you wish to go in, unless you wish to go by dexterity-based order. Vinny, what did you
Oh,
get?
go by dexterity. That would be hilarious.
Vinny got a 4 on a natural 1.
Okay. I will say in this instance, Vinny, you're looking for like caves and stuff, places to hide, as you hear the shout from behind, and you were a little bit distracted at that time.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I need to roll for each of my minions here. Okay. You did not do well. It's fine. Oh, no, that would have been a bad thing to type in. Grick 12. No, I ain't got that many.
Oh
That's a lot of
god.
food. That's a lot of food.
There's a lot of them. Alright.
I don't think a young
How many-
stone dragon is gonna help us with 12.
Nah, I don't know. I might be really hungry.
Gonna make out of 12.
Okay, so top of the initiative, Cat, you are up.
Okay.
You, as you are in equine form, you currently suffer disadvantage, or not disadvantage, difficult terrain while moving. If you move more than 20 feet, you will have to make a dexterity saving throw to not slip and hurt yourself.
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. That's perfect.
Also, for the people who rolled low, do you have a designated decision on what order you're going to roll in, or go in, or?
I heard one person say go by dexterity, so
Yeah, let's do it. Let me go
Okay.
last.
K, Lloyd, Damian. Got it. Okie dokie. So, what were you going to do, Cat?
I don't. I Okay, I am going to. I don't actually know what I'm going to do. I am just going to 5. No,
Ooh,
there.
What the hell was? Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to move to there, and I want to be aggressive. Are there any large stones? Something that I could.
Plenty. Plenty of large stones around
Okay.
here.
Do any of them look destabilized that I could cause them to roll down the mountain towards?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, cool. Excellent. I can't wait to roll this with disadvantage. I hate exhaustion. Wow.
welcome to my life campaign.
Okay, perception is... so it is 12.
12. You look around, you do see a few rocks which could be easily loosened near the crest, but you do not see any that are ready and destabilized.
Okay, was that my action to look at that?
I'll say that was your bonus action because you would have had disadvantage either way.
Okay, I will shoot a homing blade to try and help destabilize one of these rocks at the top to try and roll down and keep one of these two occupied
Okay.
at some point.
Go ahead and roll me a d20. This will just be to see how much you manage to destabilize it with a homing blade, because the homing blade doesn't do that much damage.
Actually, no. Is this accurate? How far are we from the rocks? From a decent sized rock?
20 feet.
Okay, I'm going to cast Mold Earth.
Oh, because
It's got 30-foot range.
Spell.
Yeah.
Oh, clever.
So I'm going to create a slope instead in front of the rock to encourage it to roll down.
Go ahead and roll me a d20 with advantage here, then, please. See how much this destabilizes. Higher is better. Okay.
16.
In this instance, as you otherwise cast the mold earth, you otherwise push your hand towards it and you make a smooth motion off of the ground, and you watch as the area around here begins to become smooth, as the stone on the top begins to roll down the hill. I am going to say, given you want to angle it, what line would you like to go with here?
I don't want to hit the stone dragon, so it's more going to be going along this line.
One. Okay.
So it's going to be...
Okay.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw on its part. Okay. What is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 14.
14. Okay. So with a 20 total, it makes the save, so it's going to take half damage from this as it is glanced by a rock. Go ahead and roll me 4d10, please.
Oh, crikey. Okay. I don't have any D10s. Where are D10s?
D10s are infinitely in the bag here. So, drag you a few across. Oh, that's a D8. Didn't need to spawn that. There we go. Okay, 17 halved to 8. Okay. At the beginning of this, you all hear the sound of rock beginning to tumble, roll, and smash against stone here. Everything is made aware of what is going on as it rolls, hits the ground, bounces, and Damian, you angle it as best you can as it strikes against the side of it before it continues rolling down the mountain. It grazed and took off a good chunk of flesh of this one, but didn't kill it or knock it off your... I'll say it knocked it off your arm, so it's not grappled to you at this point. Okay. Is that your turn, Cat? You have movement still if you wish to use it.
No, because I don't want to get too far from Romulus.
Okay. Romulus, it is your go. You currently have a K on your shoulders. He is not applying any weight to you, but this does mean that K, should he move 30 feet, you won't be able to move too much further. You do not suffer disadvantage in this terrain, notably. It's only Cat who does.
Okay. So, how close can I get to this one here?
That's 15 feet. Depending on your movement, you can go all the way there, you can go round. It's up to you.
I have like 35 movement.
Okay.
Is it possible at all to get here without making the deck
10,
save? Or
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You said your movement was?
Yep.
Yeah, so you could go round and make it all the way to here.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Yep,
I'm doing
that's
it.
fine. The movement thing is mainly for Cat because she can slide.
Oh,
The rest of you are able to maintain your grip because of your forms. With Cat, it's the problem that she could fall and hurt herself because she's in equine form.
Well, smickety smackety, this thing's getting. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, I do recognize these, but I can't remember what they're called.
Gricks.
Grick.
Wonderful things. Alright,
And then
go
hungry.
ahead.
Tasty food.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to be swinging with my maul.
Okay,
Be
go,
like, fuck you.
go ahead and make me an attack roll. You're recklessing with 2 then? Or you take
Nope.
the
Wait, yes, I am
advantages
recklessing.
plus... Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I'm remembering now.
Yep, no, that's fine. Just thought I'd...
Oh,
Ah,
Christ.
Total
Well,
to
that's
hit?
5 plus 7. 12.
12 unfortunately misses as you go to strike against this thing. You note that its exterior is covered in these small, tiny pieces of rock, allowing it to hide a lot easier. And as you take a swing, you strike and you glance off of the rock, the angle not quite being what you'd like, with this tough, blubbery hide underneath.
Right. How many did you say that we'd seen so far altogether?
3 Gricks and 1 stone dragon that has made itself known, which you do recognize now. You've only heard things of it, but this is very much a stone dragon.
Right. I am going to rage just in case.
Okay. And you rage. Okay.
Wouldn't have helped me hit more, so it's fine.
Doesn't it give you a +2 to hit? Oh no, it's the
Plus
damage.
2 damage.
Damage. Nope, you are very correct. Sorry.
Damage, yeah.
So, end of your turn. It is now Grick 1's turn. Grick 1 in this instant, it's otherwise lost its prey on Damian. Has been hit by a rock and Romulus has taken a swing at it. In this instance, I would like Romulus, K, and Damian to all roll me d20s, please, to see who is more attractive in this instance to be attacked by this thing. K, you're going to be still making a flat roll because you're smaller, so you're bite-sized, but you're on Romulus's back. So the advantage, disadvantage cancels out.
3!
Oh dear.
17.
I'm quite
Seven.
attractive.
Okay.
Well, we know that,
Oh.
Romulus.
Okay. And now I need to roll.
Everyone likes a bit of prime
Okay.
cut wagyu beef.
So, it will be going after Romulus. So,
Brr.
attack roll, you reckless, so it has advantage on its attack roll. It's going to be making both its tentacle attack and its beak at you.
Mhm.
So, tentacle attack. Oh, that's cocked. That is
Wow.
14 to hit.
Nope, miss.
Nope, it otherwise swings forward with its tentacle. And in that instance, it otherwise lunges towards you. It's going to make an attack with its beak. That is a 20 to hit you this time.
I'll manage it.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, halved to 2 because you are raging. As it otherwise latches on and bites you, otherwise grappling to your form. Okay. That is
With-
Grick 1's turn.
Oh.
K, you just watch as this will be K, Lloyd, Damian, and then Grick 2 going in sequence here.
One's Grick 2.
So, K, you are up.
Which one's Grick 2?
Green one. Yeah. Yeah, the order will always be blue, green, red.
Okay.
Okay.
First thing I'd like to do, I'd like to look at this stone dragon thing and see if I can try and gauge if it's going to be hostile towards us.
I will say, as a bonus action, go ahead and make me an insight check with disadvantage, or as an action, an insight check with no disadvantage.
I'm just saying this because it's gonna happen anyway, but I was gonna bless. Oh, wait, that's not it's checks. Never mind.
No, it's not checks, it will just
Yeah,
be...
one check.
Yeah, it
I'm
will just
gonna
be a
go
text
with
save.
action.
Action. Okay, make me a flat insight check, please.
This is something that I'd like to try and get understood.
Okay.
Insight. That is a 15 total.
Okay. You recognize these eyes. Young eyes. Hunter's eyes. This thing's hunting for food. At first it was you. Now it's these things. It's hunted. It wants to get kills and it wants to eat stuff. If you end up becoming that prey, then it will take you on. It won't go out of its way and expose its life to kill you. But it's hunting the Grix too. It is neither your ally nor your enemy. It's hunting, and if you just so happen to be in the way, you are next.
I will yell out to everyone. Kay doesn't know what this thing is, so he'll just say, just avoid big thing. Don't get in its way.
I will say as a general note, with that insight check as well, you aren't frightened as if the status effect is an effect, but you know this thing is dangerous.
Yeah.
By all means, you understand that you are now the prey, not the predator, and that very much scares you.
I do like. I guess now I will. I will use my bonus action. Thank you. I will use my bonus action to tell my swarm to spread out and make sure nothing else comes without us knowing.
Okay, so you're going to use them as a scouting team in this instance.
Yes.
Okay, noted. They will be doing that. I will have you roll perception checks for them every turn, or you can make one check that will affect the entire thing. You can make that choice, but once you've made the choice, you can't re-roll.
Every turn.
Okay, cool. I will say go ahead and make me a perception check now, just to be safe.
Alright. Perception check. I don't know what their plus is gonna be, but
Their
5 plus whatever.
Oh, that's right, because I didn't copy across the stat block. Hold on. I believe they have a +1 to their perception. So what's the number they rolled?
5.
They have a +0, so it's a flat 5. Okay. So they do not notice anything new that you know of.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay. End of your turn, Lloyd. You are up.
Right. Well, such a case. You said this is a young dragon, right?
Looks like it.
All right. Hmm. Yeah. Think I'm just gonna do what I was gonna do initially, and I use bless on you 3.
Just gonna move the initiative order over to here, because it's most likely going to be going in this direction.
Okay.
Okay, bless on which 3? Sorry.
These 3.
Including K.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, I thought you talked about the worm thing there. I was like,
Yeah, bless it.
Yes, I want to bless the Grick.
Okay, the tower has begun.
Yeah. Tower has indeed begun.
What does bless do for you again? It's enchantment. isn't it?
D4.
D4 on attacks
D4.
and
Oh yeah,
And saving throws.
enchantment.
Enchantment.
Yeah.
Is that
I
hiccups?
believe it's hiccups.
Okay,
Yes.
Romulus, there's perpetual hiccups on your shoulders at all times during this combat. As Kay
then I
lightly
shall,
bounces.
should try holding
yeet
your
myself
breath
out of the way.
forever.
Okay. And try moving out of the way. Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with disadvantage, please.
What?
Why am I rolling a stealth check?
I'll tell you in a moment.
Oh no. Oh no. What do
Do
you...
not lead it over here.
Not anymore.
That's
You.
15.
15. Okay. The stone dragon takes note, but does not take interest. Someone trying to flee. Okay. End of Lloyd's turn. Damian.
Yes. Bear with me. I think I know what I want to do. Good. I just want to check what that does first of all. Is it attack roll or a saving throw? Aha, cool. I have a D4. That's handy because I'm about to smack that Grick,
Okay.
and I'm going to, if it succeeds, divine smite the hell out of it.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll. You have a +2 to hit and the D4 in addition.
Oh wow. That's a
Hits
20.
for sure, yeah. You also have your plus modifier to hit on top of that, so yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and then I've got to remember how this works.
Okay, so
So
you've hit,
It's
so it's a D8, and then it will be 2 spell points to do 2d8 additional damage for Divine Smite.
yeah. So it's going to be those three.
Okay, go ahead. Okay,
Nice.
so these are separated into different damage types. 7 plus what for your weapon?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, so that's 10 damage, which as you strike the metal itself, otherwise striking against it, you watch as the otherwise hardened stony form cushions it to some degree and is less affected by your weapon. Seemingly
Wow.
non-magical weapons is resistant against. But the 8 radiant cuts clean through that resistance, and you watch as a burned sear appears where your mace otherwise struck against its back, leaving the clear mark of the crest burned and branded into its flesh.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to test out. I'm going to shove the hell out of this creature.
Okay. Do you wish to move, or are you going to shove it into Romulus?
No, I'm going to move towards Romulus and shove it.
Okay. This is a strength check versus its strength check. So go ahead and roll. Or this would be a contested athletics. Sorry. So your athletics versus its. That is a 7 on its part.
Right, bear with me, because I can quickly muck something up. So, strength.
Yep. Yeah.
Another
Clearly.
5.
As you otherwise take the heavy swing branding it, it screeches out in pain as you take a sidestep to one side and you bash your shield into it and push it off of Romulus. Romulus, you are no longer grappled,
Nice.
as it otherwise tumbles down and is very weak and bleeding.
I do appreciate a lackle of grapple.
Okay. That's the end of Damian's turn. It is now Grix 2's turn, who is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to this one up here.
I can't.
Son of a.
Hello? Mary?
And it is going to make 2 attacks. The first one it makes with its tentacles is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Okay. And then the beak attack, that is a 10 to hit.
No, that doesn't.
Okay. So as the tentacles wrap around you, it otherwise strikes and claws against you as they slash against you, doing only 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh, only. Okay.
Hey, that was a pretty low roll for me, almost minimum.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Right, and -3 from that, so that is 18.
Okay.
About the
And
10 HP was nice.
yeah, and as it missed with its beak, it does not grapple onto your form. Instead, it otherwise lies back on the floor in its worm form, coiling up, almost in a hissing fashion, kind of pulling its head back towards you. As in the next turn, this one is going to go after Damian. As
Oh,
Damian is
yay.
closest to it. It's otherwise going to move up. It's going to hiss, and it's going to form a tentacle attack. 20 total to hit.
Yep.
And the beak attack...
Does it? Yeah.
Beak attack is clearly... Nope, that's a 7, so it's not grappling you, but you do take from the tentacle slash minimum damage of 4.
And that is what kind of damage?
Slashing, sorry.
Slashing, cool.
Okay, so otherwise strikes against you, dealing the 4 points to you. End of its turn. Vinny, you are up.
Okay.
Stone Dragon is
Fortunately,
at
the
the
fight
bottom.
has come to me, so this thing isn't grappling cat, right?
No.
No, it just slashed against her arm, and you see that it is beginning to bleed a little bit. Just a nick, but enough to warrant worry.
Drawing my swords and twirling around this guy.
Okay.
I am going to slash in once, first of all.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll. You have the +2.
Mm-hmm. And cat here, this can be a sneak attack if it hits.
Yep.
So
This is true. Oh, yep. That hits, doing 9 plus.
should be +4.
Plus 9 plus 4, so that takes it to 13, halved to 6 because it is resistant to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. As your weapon tries to cut through it, it hits almost the rubbery blubber, cuts through a portion of it, but then peels back, not getting as deep as you'd like, but a good cut nonetheless to it.
And then I'm going to make a follow-up attack with
Okay.
my alpha blade.
Go ahead.
Sneak attacks, those.
Total to hit.
12 total.
Nope.
It does not.
As you go and take a
Would've been
cut,
minimum damage anyway.
yeah, as you go and take a cut against this one, it otherwise glances off of the blubbery form, not able to cut through its otherwise thicker hide on the outside. Tough foe, to be sure.
Okay. Well, having attacked it, my fancy footwork ability means I don't provoke opportunity attacks from it.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
So as the second attack bites in, hey big guy, I'm the one you want, and I'm backing off.
Are you
Over
shouting
here.
to the stone dragon?
No, to the group.
Oh, to the Grick. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please. With disadvantage, yeah, as you'll be rolling against the stone dragon and the Grick at this point.
Oh,
Okay. Noted. Okay.
That's an 8 total disadvantage if that matters.
8 total. Okay. You otherwise shout that out and growl as you step back looking at the Grick, and you take a cursory glance as the stone dragon looks in your direction before looking back at this group here, weighing up its options. It is now the start of the stone dragon's turn. Vinny, I would like you to make a roll for me, and Damian or Romulus or Kay, I would like one of you to make me a d20 roll. With with disadvantage, rolling lower attracts its attention.
Yeah, someone else do it to attempt roll like a double natural one.
Yeah, no, I'll roll. We'll see what happens. Disadvantage, you
want me
say?
to
Disadvantage, yep. And it's just a flat. It's just a flat roll. This is just to see who gets lower.
Okay.
I wanna roll high.
It's alright.
Ooh,
That could
just
be worse.
okay.
I'm in danger.
The dragon is going to move up here, and as it does, you watch as it pulls its head back, and you watch as this, or you feel more likely, and hear as this whistling sound begins, followed by this rush of wind, sand, and gravel shoots down in a 10-foot line for 100 feet from this thing.
Oh god.
Both
Yeah,
Gricks,
great.
Damian, Romulus, and Kay, I would like you all to make dexterity saving throws for me, please. You can see this coming, so Romulus, you have advantage on these. And Damian, this
Yay.
will do half damage if you succeed, so you can use your reaction to take no damage if you wish. Please go ahead and roll for me while I go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
Oh,
That is a 21.
Nothing, child.
Okay.
Well,
Let me
rip
get
you
my
lot.
head around this.
Okay, so, Damian, what did you get?
Naturally an 8.
An 8. Okay, so that is a fail. So you'll be taking the full damage from this.
Brilliant. I think that's correct anyway. Well, it'll be an 8 or a 10 either way.
Okay, so 8 or 10, either way fails. You take 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Kay, what did you get?
I just so happened to have gotten a 25.
A 25. Okay. Oh, sorry. This should be a strength check, not a dexterity save. My apologies here, because I forgot.
Then I got just
Oh.
a 19.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong
That's a 13.
part of it. 13 still fails, unfortunately. 25. What
Wow.
is your total there, Kay?
19.
19. That is a success. You will take half damage. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Romulus, you have
Well,
you would have had
if it's a
advantage either
strength
way.
save, then it's
It was Dex or Strength.
Argu-
You should have had advantage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Minimum of 19, maximum of 26.
okay, so you only take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, halved again to 6. Okay, I need to roll for the 2 Gricks. Nope. And yes. Okay, so the red one avoids failing its
great.
save. The blue one is torn away as it is otherwise scattered to the wind, as it is killed outright. The damage being more than enough to shred this thing up. Actually, no, because it would take us half damage, but the damage is still enough. So it's otherwise scattered to the wind as it's pushed back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Damian, you failed. You move back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. As the breath strikes into you and pushes you back as you tumble down the mountain a bit, you manage to catch yourself and grind to a halt without taking any further damage, whereas the rest of you are covered in otherwise gravel. This first one taking the hit heftily, still taking a mighty hit from it though.
I'm bloodied.
You are bloodied. Noted. Okay, did you add your d4s to that, by the way, because it was a saving throw?
Oh god, hang on, I've got to get to the right thing. No, I didn't.
Okay, and you rolled a 13, correct?
I rolled a 13 as it was, yeah.
Okay, so roll the d4. This could change everything. 18. So never mind. You would only take 12 damage, not 25. And you are not.
Okay,
And you would
bear
not be
with me.
pushed.
Let me still check. I am not bloodied.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, okay, what's that yellow thing on them? It's bless. Remember your blesses, people. Changes a lot.
Yeah, I forgot mine as well.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
sure.
succeeded.
Let me just put mine on. Ah, yes.
33. So with that, that is the Stone Dragon's breath weapon used. The Stone Dragon otherwise looks at you, Vinny, and you watch it otherwise bares its teeth as it is going to go 5, 10, 15. Who's it care more about taking it from? Actually, Damian. Oh no, never mind. No, because it wasn't a deck save. Yeah, it's going to risk the Grick attacking it rather than Damian because it's seen magic. It has a vague understanding of that. So it's going to risk an opportunity attack from the Grick. Grick is going to make its attack roll. Nope, that's a 7. And the Stone Dragon otherwise engages with you, Vinny, baring its teeth and fangs. Otherwise reaches the stone in front of you, glaring down at you. Okay. End of its turn. We go back to the top of the turn. Cat.
Hey,
Before we
alright.
proceed, Cat, Jeff spots something.
Oh no, Jeff, why would you do this?
You hear a moment from Jeff saying, "More are coming." You can look through Jeff's eyes to understand what he sees, or, and that would be an action to swap places and then back, or is it a bonus action to swap?
It's a bonus action to swap.
Okay, so you can spend your bonus action to swap during this turn if you wish to see what Jeff sees.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, fine. I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
Keep in mind, if you do it now, you'll be blind for your action.
Well, depending entirely on how many and things like that, I might not get an action.
Okay. You're using bonus action now, then?
Yes.
Okay. Use your bonus action, you look out and you see what look to be small forms climbing over the rock of what look to be dark brown, stony, almost stony grey coloured lizard individuals. You've seen these kinds of creatures before, they look like smaller dragonborn.
Okay.
Vinny's
Fucking
one of
kobolds.
freaking stony kobolds.
Alright, okay, I will
They will be here in about 2 to 3 rounds of combat.
use my action to go back to cat vision.
Okay.
Hey, guys, there's more lizard folk coming. Like, there are more coming, they're on their way. I don't think fighting here is gonna work out. I think we need to move. If everyone's good for that, then I recommend we do. I can't do it this time, but next time I
Do you wish to
can cause a
move?
delay.
Do you want to move at all?
And then I will move. What's the direction we're meant to be heading in here?
This way.
Right, okay.
Unless we're
So
fleeing, of course.
5, 10, 15,
20.
20, because I'm taking it carefully.
Yep, because it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 here anyway. So you'd need to dash
Okay,
in
right.
order to move further.
Alright, yeah, I know, because I've
Okay.
used my action.
And
But
it's
I've
used
relayed
its
the
reaction,
information.
so it's fine.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting on the rest of the party to confirm to move.
Okay.
And leave.
Romulus, you are up. You hear Cat shout this. Oh, after the blustering wind stops, the stone dragon rushes past in between you and Cat, otherwise standing imposingly in front of Vinny. As you can see, the Grick nearby is otherwise bearing down on Damian. Cat's running off and mentions that there's more coming. What do you do?
Cat's running, which is good for me because like I want Cat to be safe. I should probably follow Cat as much as possible. Vinny, I trust you to survive less than I trust Damian to survive, but that's not a measure of competency. It's just the fact he's a fucking paladin who refuses to be hit normally. Fucking paladins, am I right?
Yep.
No, this is fair.
So I can either try and get over to you and start smacking the stone dragon, but that's probably not going to go too well. Or I can deal with this Grick down here, and we just start running, and I hope you can get away on your own.
I mean, not to cut into the thing, but I was kind of hinting at leaving the things and running. I have a plan.
I mean, yes, but I can move almost as much as I actually can, and also get a hit off on this fella here. So it's either I hit this fella, or I try and help Vinny, or I just run and leave. Vinny, I will put it to you. Do you feel like you would benefit from Romulus coming over and doing something?
If you can debilitate it in some way, that would be helpful.
I believe I can, in fact, do that.
All right. If we get a chance to get a clean run on it, and Cat has a plan, then
I believe
Okay.
I should be able to get to there more
Yep.
than easily with my 35-foot movement.
Yep, that'll be fine. So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. And you will gain the advantage bonus here, despite Vinny just being there.
Excellent. And I would like to attempt to make this stone dragon... What do you think? Stunned or prone? What would be more appropriate for you, Vinny?
if you can stun it, that would help.
Chris, is it possible?
It will be possible. It will get a +5 to its AC because you're hitting a very specific part of its body, which is its head. Proned is knocking out its legs, which means it will be fighting versus its base AC. So
Okay.
it just alters the to hit. It doesn't alter the DC. That is done by your weapon.
Right, I'm going to be recklessing anyway, so fuck it, let's go for the stun. If it
Okay.
hits, it's great. If it doesn't, it's, well...
Okie dokie, and this is using the attacks with intention.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
23.
23 versus its head just hits.
Oh.
Has a base AC of 18.
Oh, thought it might. Oh, that's terrifying. But yes, 23. I attempt to stun it,
Okay,
or
go
otherwise
ahead.
slow it.
Go
Whilst Vinny...
ahead and roll damage. You'll deal half damage to it, and then the other half of damage will be added to 10 for the DC, which in this instance I will say is con, as that is traditionally what happens with stun.
Okie dokie. So, I'll roll the 2 dice, but obviously it's halved.
Mm-hmm.
So 7
So
halved to 3.
7. This is
plus-
plus your modifiers before this, and your
Plus my
raging
modifiers,
spell.
so plus 5, plus 2, so plus 7. So 3 plus 7, 10 points of damage.
No, the 7 adds on top, so you have the 7 plus your plus 5 plus 2, so that's...
No, but the 7's halved, isn't it?
No, the half comes after you've added all the modifiers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 7
Plus 7.
7.
14. So 7
Half to
damage.
7.
So 7 damage to it, which is reduced by 3, as it is resistant.
Okay.
Actually, no. It will be reduced down to 3, sorry, because it's rounded down, isn't it, for damage?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we'd be looking at 3 points of damage on this bad boy. Brings it to that. Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt, but would it have been alright if I got off and he decided to move towards the dragon?
I will say this is a reaction to do so, but you can do it if you wish and remain in this space.
Yeah, yeah, I wanted to be here.
Okay, that's
still,
fine.
so.
It's one spot over.
And... Or would it be? Oh yeah, it would have been one spot over. Yeah, that's fine. So, then that would be... And then that is a DC 17 Constitution saving throw by the young stone dragon.
Mm.
It has a good plus to this, as it is proficient in its con, and it has a good con. That is, however, a 3. Plus its modifiers does not help. It will be stunned for 1 round of combat until the start of your next turn. You swing with your, I'll say in this instance, you're swinging with your maul. As you swing in, your maul strikes and cracks against its head as it disorientates it for but a moment. Otherwise takes a few steps back, shakes its head momentarily, trying to figure out where it is and what it's doing. It is stunned for 1 round of combat.
Excellent. I believe I should have had precisely 1 additional movement left, so I'm going to use that now that it's stunned and can't take a reaction to move over here.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Ooh.
35
I
if
had
you
more than I
wish.
thought. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you
I'm
don't
ru-
suffer
yeah.
the disadvantage, just Cat that does.
Yes, of course.
So, with your turn over, Romulus, it is now Grick 1's turn. Grick 1 has been eviscerated. Grick 1 can be removed from the initiative order, Chris. Okay, Lloyd, Damian, and Grick 2 are all up. So, starting with K, what are you doing?
Making sure Paladin can get out.
Okay.
I am going to try and murder this thing.
Okay, what are you going to do first?
Well, I am going to... First, I am going to make an attack with intent.
Okay.
I want to try and cut off one of its little tentacle thingies
Okay.
for my own purposes.
Okay, so I will say this will be a +2 to its AC as it is an appendage. So go ahead and roll. Is this with your claw?
It's
or
with
your
my tail.
Your tail,
I-
okay.
Yes, I am going to be making it like a sword
Okay,
to slice through it.
okay. I will say if you make this a sword and intend to slice through it, this will be a strength attack roll. If you intend to use Dex, it will be a D6 instead, because you're not trying to pierce, you're just trying to cut off. So D8 you use strength, D6 you use Dex. Your choice.
So I'll do D6
Okay.
for Dex. Forgot, blesses with attack rolls too, right?
Yes, so you would get the additional D4. So you roll and it might be needed, so go ahead. +1.
Uh,
Total comes to
+1 +6.
+6, so that'll be 15.
Yes.
Yep. As you go ahead and you take the swing with your tail, it otherwise go to cut through it as it otherwise hits the side and glances. Unfortunately, with the +2 making with the appendage moving around, your attack isn't able to grab it solidly and cut through it.
Oh well. I can't use my claws because my arms hurt like hell. I'm not doing that, so I'm going to just try and bite and hope that it will kill it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll with your bite, please. This is damage rather than attack with intent. Okay, definitely hits. Doing 3. And you
3.
And you don't
plus
add your dex
2.
for this. So just the 2 from poison, which goes straight through. So it takes 1 from the piercing of your teeth. And then it takes 2 from the flat poison. Okay.
That's
Okay.
definitely not going to kill it.
Okay. You bite into it, and as the poison seeps in, you can feel a part of it. This is when
that's right.
it steals an essence, I believe, or do you have to roll for that? I forget.
It was with the roll from the to hit, I think. I'm not sure. I know there's a roll involved. You just
it's
never
been a
made me
while.
do a roll.
It's been
You
about-
never made me do a roll after
I think you just
did
gained
something.
it, yeah. Yeah, so in this instance you'd gain one of its features. So, you can choose to exhibit this feature if you wish. Go ahead and roll, I'll say, because there are multiple things you could get here, go ahead and roll me a D... Yeah, go ahead and roll me a D20. Obviously higher is better here.
Let's see.
12. Okay. You begin to feel, as you begin to pull away from it, you begin to feel small shards of stone begin to form on the outside of your skin. You can get the stone camouflage ability, giving you advantage on dexterity checks when hiding in rocky terrain, if you wish to exert that now as part of the attack using a resilience.
That would actually probably be good in this situation. So yes.
Okay, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made when in rocky terrain for 1 hour. Okay. Alright, with that, that is your 10 feet of movement. 15, 20, 25, 30. Provoking attack opportunity.
Yep.
Okay,
That is the intent.
that is a 14 to hit.
That does not hit me.
Okay, as you leave, it takes a swing, but with the hardened form of the small rocks around you, the claw catches on one and snaps one off, non-damaging to you, but it thought it got something for a moment there. Okay. With the end...
Should be able to get away now.
With the end of that, Kay, Lloyd, is your go. Lloyd? Infernal? He's muted. Has-
Oh, he's people in room. Oh,
Lloyd has people in his room. Oh no. Would you like to type it out, or would you like me to play as you would?
Lloyd uses bombardment of magical people and runs away.
Uh-huh.
ah, good.
Alright, who's looking the worst?
Kind of blatantly me.
That would be Damian at this point, yeah. He is
I've lost.
Does he mean friend or
25
foe?
feet. Oh
Ah,
yeah,
good
that's
question.
true. Friend or foe? If you're looking at foe, I'd say probably the Grick in front of you. How's the red one on him? How's the red one on him then? The red one
Very wounded.
is... It's looking like it's injured. It's taken some hits, but it's toughed them quite nicely. The blue one was the worst, but it's dead. The red one and the green one look fairly similar. Alright, I will float some rocks towards the red one, and then make them dense. Oh, okay, I know what you're doing. Okay, you watch as Lloyd in this instance scoops down a small portion of stone, and you watch as he coils it in his hand and he throws it out. As you see, the stone has gone from the nice brown of almost the kind of the lighter texture of the earth and stone here to a deep black. As it goes close to it, you watch as they otherwise all coil in at once towards this thing. I believe that is an attack roll. That is a natural 5. If you have inspiration, you may wish to use it if you want to.
Yes, hello. I will
Inspiration.
use inspiration.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. So using the 5 there, that would be what?
12.
12 doesn't hit, I'm afraid. As you otherwise pull the grains into existence and then pull them down towards it. The new magic is unfamiliar to you, and the gravitational pull is too much as it otherwise streaks down, but otherwise missing your foe narrowly, unable to get any good blood hits. Does create a lot of noise though. That is your action spent, and spent the spell points accordingly as well. Okay.
Stands for
If you wish
evolution.
to move, you may do so. You have 30 feet of movement, obviously, if you wish to move away. 10, 15, 20.
What?
Why is he going towards it?
5.
Going.
Oh, he's running around this
Everyone's
way.
running except for
Except for Lloyd.
He's
For
going
Lloyd.
back into the fray.
Lloyd is the tank. He knows what he's doing.
What? Why
They're
is?
just trying to get away. Oh my god.
Okay.
That was weird.
So, with that, Damian, you're up.
Oh, we're
Oh,
running.
we're
Yes, we're
running.
running.
I'll
We're
say,
running so quick,
I'll
we're
say
going as
you
though-
ran round Romulus like that. I'll say you're there. Okay. Damian, you're up.
Right.
The one in front
right,
of you
reactions
spent.
means it's spent as reaction, so I can just go straight past it.
Seems like it, yeah.
I want to.
Okay. Do you just wish to move? Do you wish to make an attack? Do you wish to dash?
I want to try and. I'm going to try and stun it and then dash.
Okay. Well, it'll be moving and stunning. So in this instance, you make an attack for the stun.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make me. Yeah, go ahead and make me an attack roll then, please. You have the D4
That
still.
would be still a bless,
Mm-hmm. Still a bless. Still being concentrated on.
and I got +5 onto this from what I understand from my weapon.
Yep, that hits.
That'll be a
Okay.
23.
So go ahead and roll your D8, and half of that will go to its health pool. The other half will go to its DC.
That'd be a
5 plus
+3,
3,
so
so
8
8.
half 4.
8 halved to 4. It takes 2 of that because obviously it's resistant. But its DC is 14 on its con save. That's cocked as much as I'd like to take that as a 19. That is an 11 plus 0. It fails. It is also stunned.
Nice.
Okay. As you otherwise move past, you whack the grick where the beak is, and it otherwise shifts its head sideways. Otherwise stunned in this moment until the start of your next turn, as it otherwise attempts to look around, but fails to do so. Still
And I've got an
dazed.
additional 20 feet of movement now.
So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can move up to beside Lloyd, either side.
I will go to this side.
Okay. Okay, end of your go. It is Grick 2's turn. Grick 2 in this instance is watching people run and it's seeing a stunned stone dragon. I would like Romulus and Cat to roll me d20s. The dragon is also going to roll, but it's going to be rolling with advantage because it is the predator of the Gricks.
Like being unconscious. Or stunned.
Despite being stunned, yeah. Okay.
11.
What roll was that?
Just a flat d20.
Just a flat d20.
Mm-hmm. What was your total, Cat?
11.
11. Okay.
9.
Okay. Romulus is the target. It's going to move up.
Well, if anyone's going to be targeted, it's
You
probably
reckless.
best to say.
You reckless against the stone dragon, so this will be an attack with advantage with its tentacles. That is a 23 to hit on a natural 19. And then its beak is a total of 15 to hit. Does that hit?
The 15 does not hit. Actually.
Good. It doesn't grapple you. The tentacle, on the other hand, when it does claw against you, does 12 points of slashing, halved to 6. As the claw of it grapples onto your arm, tearing a portion of it away as you're running, but as it lunges out with its beak, it narrowly misses the back of your shawl.
Thank fuck for rage, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is the end of its turn. Actually, you know what? I'd say it's going to move here, just to make it a little bit more difficult for you.
Got it.
A little bit closer to Cat.
Barbarian.
Multi-class again?
Yep.
It's fine. I'm going to have like 3 people with multi-classes, and 2 of them are going to have 3 multi-classes this campaign. It'll be great.
Yes.
Collector, Barbarian, Abomination. And then we've got Cat going where she's going. Alright. Or intends to go. Alright, that is Grick 2's done.
Hell yeah.
Grick 3 is stunned. It ends its turn and it becomes unstunned at the start of Damian's next turn. Vinny, you are up. The stone dragon before you is stunned. What do you do?
Right. It's stunned, so I can move past it.
Mm-hmm.
Romulus is being attacked, and he did stop by to help me, so I should return the favor. So, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's me here. I'm making an attack against the Grick.
Okay. Go ahead. Making the attack. You have the +2 from flanking.
Mm-hmm. And this can sneak attack.
Yep. It can indeed. That hits. Doing 9 plus...
+4, so 13.
13 again, halved to 6. Okay, a good hit either way. As you take a swing with your scimitar, you otherwise cut through a portion of it, leaving this deep gash across its back. It screeches out in pain in this instance, and noticing what's going on, you can tell it's a bit more wary about what's going on here.
Okay, I've hit it, so I can't opportunity attack. I can't do much more damage, so sorry, Romulus, I'm getting out of here. Bonus action dash.
Alrighty.
Hey,
Rogue
I
doing rogue
appreciate
things.
the attempt.
Okay. Okay. Moving further over this way, Vinny. I'll say now, with your perception, you can see in the distance what look to be these stony forms moving over the mountain ledge. You see there's about 4 of them. You see they're holding spears. A few of them holding shields, and one of them has this kind of like large stone sling. As it looks out of you, they kind of have this darker brown and grey complexion, large pointed ears, otherwise just big and oval-like. As they all see you, one of them kind of raises its spear and points towards.
They're coming from this direction?
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
They're
cool.
2 turns out from you.
That's fine.
What's the range on a sling? It's 20 feet, isn't it? Or is it 60?
It's not fantastic.
I'll find it in a moment. So with that, it's now the Stone Dragon's turn. He is stunned. End of Stone Dragon's turn. Does it get its breath weapon back? That is a yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
Why is it yours gets theirs back?
But its turn is skipped because it is stunned. Cat, you are up.
Okay, so my plan isn't to deal with all of this madness. It was just for us to try and get away. I didn't realise I'd come from... Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move here. I am going to cast a magic missile at this Grick in
Okay.
2nd level with the push rune, hoping to push it to the dragon.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Make me the damage rolls for that, and that's pushing, so that's just auto pushing.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and that's 5 feet
So-
per.
My food.
So it should land
Ooh.
right on top of...
14
It.
points of damage to the green one. It is
It's down, isn't
it
it?
is a bee's hair away from dying.
Okay. Well,
Actually,
hopefully that should distract the
I'm-
dragon for a minute.
Because you fired it at the dragon, and the dragon is covered in sharp spikes, I'm going to have it roll a dexterity saving throw. If it fails, it's going to take its remaining 1 point of damage as it crashes into the spiky exterior of the dragon. Okay.
Nice.
That is a 6. As the corpse of a Grick is now stuck to the back of a stone dragon.
Hopefully that should distract it. And that's
Okay.
5 foot so far.
10,
10,
15,
20.
25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
Okay. End of your turn. Romulus, you are up. Your foes are stunned. Kobolds are coming.
All right. Well.
Yep, no worry. We'll probably get to the end of this one soon.
Okay. So, to clarify, most of us appear to be running off this direction.
Correct.
No one else is currently looking to be completely held back.
Mm-hmm.
How healthy is the stone dragon looking? Just for a head.
It's taken one hit,
And that was from me.
and that was from you, and stone dragons are strong.
Yeah,
You
thought
know,
so.
you know that if you were to take it on in a full-on fight, even without the kobolds, you'd probably be risking the life of several of your party members.
Well, run very quickly, everyone.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yep, you can
Yep.
dash if you wish, or you can stick around with Cat. It's up to you.
Try and keep up, Cat. 1,
5,
2,
10.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you are dashing to get further away. Okay. Okay. Your rage will end as a result of this. As you wouldn't-
Wait.
as you would not
Okay,
be taking any damage. I mean, you can't deal damage, and you wouldn't be taking any as a result. So there's no way to, unless you turn back.
No. Aha! But you see, I have a bonus action, which I can theoretically use to do a shove action, I believe, without dealing any damage. Is that not correct?
No, that would be if you're versing a target with your hammering horns. You have nothing to shove.
I was wondering if could I shove?
Do you want to shove Cat?
forward? Could I shove Cat forward?
If you roll high enough, you will. She will potentially take damage if she fails her dex save, though. This will speed her up, though.
I'm not too bad at dex.
I will say,
Do you wanna-
Cat,
do you wanna-
as a general note, you can use spider climb and negate the majority of your problem, if you wish to.
And I wasn't too sure if it was the surface. That's why I haven't casted
No,
it.
it's the surface in this instance. You'd be able to use spider climb on yourself, and you'd be able to run at full speed and dash as well with no problems.
Yoink, I'm out.
But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to shove Cat because it'll keep me my rage up for one more turn potentially.
Okay.
And that means if anything does hit us, I'm still a good meat shield.
Okay. Go ahead and
And
make
it
it.
may speed up.
This is an
what would
athletics
that be?
check versus
Precisely.
Cat. However, you are the same size because you are both working as large creatures. So this will be an athletics check by you versus the contested of athletics of Cat, unless she wishes to take it.
I mean, Cat would believe that Romulus is just trying to help, so she would take it.
Okay. You
Take
have
it from the
advantage,
horny boy.
remember. You have advantage, remember, because you are raging.
Oh yeah, just crit fishing it. Do I want to be doing better at? Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure if
anyway.
crit fishing is a good idea.
For every 5 you beat Cat's current 0, you will push her 5 feet. If you exceed
Okay,
20 feet, she has to make a
25.
dex save. So she's moving 25 feet, and she has to make a dexterity saving throw now because she's moving 25 feet.
Oh damn, I've got disadvantage on these, haven't I?
Nope. It's
No?
only on ability checks.
Oh right.
So you're
Okay.
fine. So go ahead and roll. DC for this is 10.
Oh yeah, I do.
You're fine.
I do.
As Romulus rushes up behind you, he lowers his horns, pushes against your backside with his shoulder at the same time, and pushes you forward as you begin to slide down the rocky surface using spider climb to maintain your grip as you move into the next section of this.
And then my
Is-
actual action is dashing up.
And then your
behind.
actual action is dashing up behind. Is anybody choosing to not? Is anybody choosing to not flee at this point?
I won't.
Okay. Are you gonna
right
bite?
there.
Are you gonna bite the Grick or the dragon, or are you gonna run with your party?
I'm gonna run with them.
Okay. 5, 10,
Stupid dragon.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, Vinny.
Mhm.
This is the last thing that I can do in an attempt to do this. The kobold with the sling is going to attempt to make an attack at you from its maximum range, so it has disadvantage, with an attack to intent to stun you. Your AC increases by 5. It's very unlikely to hit.
21 and it has disadvantage.
Yep, it's got a +4 to hit. If this hits, I can stun Vinny. I can get him. Nope. There's a 7. You hear the sound of a rock plink against somewhere in the nearby as you spend your turn running as well.
Yeah, I assume the moment I spotted them, I'd have been taking cover the best I could.
Yeah, you'd be doing the best you can. In this instance, the dragon goes after the Grick, giving you ample time to flee, running away as best you can. And that is where we're going to end it for this session. Because next time, when we come back, there's going to be a chase sequence, using skills and understanding of the terrain to best escape their pursuer. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this session 21 of our Crabby D&D, and we'll be back next week for more of this. So, thank you very much, and do take care all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I lost my
Bye.
food.